Okay, I have to switch to this other one then. Okay. Well, now I know.
Because I heard me go like that.
You guys will
Back
be
in
able
my
to hear
ear.
it now. And I found what setting.
Oh
it is.
yeah,
It's
there,
just
there.
stupid.
I heard you.
Somehow I've managed to hear me yawn twice on this stream.
That's stupid.
Sleepy.
What I was going to say about Elden Ring, though, is it's funny because talking about dodging and stuff, is that's the only way I played because I played as a spellcaster for a long time. And I found when I tried to play with shields, I became too reliant on them. And then I got my ass kicked a bunch. So then I just went back to playing beaters, like melee beaters, with no shields and was better than trying to play with a shield.
Yeah, I was damn good using a shield, but yeah, I just decided to experiment with, like, say, fuck the shields. I'm just gonna go magic and blade, and it's been fun. However, yesterday I lost 68,000 runes because I got stabbed through a wall,
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't blame you on the rage quit.
and it wasn't even like I had a tiny bit of health. It was like, why didn't you heal? It was like up high, so I got stabbed and it knocked me off of a tower and I fell to my death.
Yeah.
That sucks.
This far from where my runes were.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Like,
I think the
Wow.
funniest thing about
Hey,
you
Terran
playing
Alien.
Elden Ring again, though, is, and I've told you this many times, but for everybody else, is if you've played Elden Ring a bunch, and if you're not like me, and I memorize things really quick, and I have a very visual memory, so I notice things, but Elden Ring is one of those games that if you play it a lot, you will walk by an area and go, I hate that place instantly because you died there a bunch too. And so you've seen it 80 times, and you're like, yeah, I know exactly what that area is. That guy's right over there, and he sucks, and I die all the time.
yep.
Like the stupid
I've
shrimp
been-
guys.
The last time I played, I was just running around in circles because of like, oh, there's a giant over there. I'm not gonna go over there. Oh, there's a giant over here too. I'm not gonna go over here too.
Nah, dude, I'll
Yeah.
dick slap those giants. They're nothing.
I mean,
Yeah.
starting from the beginning, so
Prunpos, birds, and the occasional
Your
dog are what messed
Yeah.
me up.
Which
Uh,
birds? I know
the
which birds you're talking
stupid
about, but the
big
giant
head-
ones.
Caleb
Big
birds.
head, dumb
The
Caleb
Caleb
birds, yeah.
birds,
And the Caleb rot dogs are the ones
Caleb
that mess me up the most. Regular dogs are
Yeah.
annoying, but not that bad. But the Caleb big rot dogs, the rot breath ones, suck. Hate
Yeah.
those guys.
The fun thing about the DLC is basically it doesn't matter what level you are. I mean, it does, but there's a different like power scaling system
Yeah.
in that one, where it's like, oh no, you got to get these items and basically do like a flask. If you like how you make your flasks better, you do that with these items to make yourself better and the things you summon and Ashes of War better, stuff like that. So it's like, oh, fun. Yeah, so the first boss that I fought, completely optional. He just has cool armor and a sword, so of course he's not optional for me. I went in wielding dual great swords like I normally do, and died like 8 times. And then was like, okay, I'm gonna go get the heavy shield and use a regular sword, and just proceeded to like he would ping off the thing. I'd be like, counter, and ping, counter, ping,
The
counter.
fucking block counter
Just-
is so broken.
yeah,
It's so
and I just
broken.
did that the entire fight basically.
It works.
And
man.
it felt stupid, but I'm like, it's literally like I can't be cool about this. I just have to win. I just have to
Yeah.
win.
Speaking of that, sorry, the last one. So for reference of like the skill gap. So Panda, you know I cheesed General What's His Face, the fucking asshole that does all the scarlet rot everywhere, and he's in the middle of Caelid.
Oh yeah.
You know I cheesed him my first 2 runs.
Yeah.
Shamelessly cheesed that
Screw that
motherfucker. I beat
Yeah,
his
right.
ass in combat this time. 0 cheese. I walked in there the first couple times and I was like, he could still one-shot me. I don't feel like going through this. And I came back when I was like, he hit me and I was like, I have this much health left. I can beat him. It takes him 2 hits. I can kill him. And so, yeah, I fucking killed him. But, yeah. I used summons because I ain't that hardcore. I had them Skelly boys that'll regenerate. Yeah, that's what did it. Anyway, so yeah, hi everyone else who doesn't give a shit about Elden Ring. We're here to do other stuff, like
Yeah, you can't let us talk about Elden Ring. We'll talk yours off.
potentially go to a place.
yeah.
We trying.
There's
But
nothing
first-
on that
oh.
screen. Okay. Well, let me. move this to where you guys are.
Snow pole is up.
Go where you guys are.
Huzzah.
Where the fuck are you? Yeah, there we are. Wee. Ellie asks, "How do you feel about playing cards? I think the Kingdom of Spade and Heart are in forever battle against the Kingdom of Clubs and Diamonds." Oh, playing cards, not playing cards. Playing cards. I don't think that deeply about playing cards.
I don't know. All I know is I think you mean crows and rams and then totems and masks. Sorry,
No,
I'm
Dave,
in
I don't think
Malifaux
she
so
does.
deep into like
You
it's not
mean
even
that.
funny. My brain automatically interprets those suits the other way now.
I think that really, with as little royalty as they have, the numbers should just rise up because they have the numbers and overthrow them.
The numbers have the numbers. What do you know?
Yeah, and if it wasn't for a couple jokers, I think they would have it in the bag.
What do the aces do? Which side do they go? Because they can be high or low, man. So where
You know,
where
they're
do they
like
lie?
that.
Can
They're
you
politicians.
trust them? Can you trust them?
So,
Aces are politicians.
Oh god.
They just
I was
back
going to argue
whoever.
that they're like a prince that is one of those things of like, oh yes, I'm going to continue my father's regime, and the other one's
God
like,
damn
let's
it.
do this for the people.
So Dave,
How do I make this
that-
go away?
it says it's it's master
Huh?
Oh, you're
not
talking
you.
about Dave.
NPC.
Other Dave. Real
Oh,
Dave.
hey, we're actually starting.
Real fake
I'm
Dave.
trying to get us to start. Yes.
No,
real
stop.
fake Dave.
Elden Ring.
I actually
Guns
this
Battle
is
Operation
unfortunate
2 DLC.
fate on this page as well, because otherwise I'll forget. There it is. Oh god, where'd
So
it go?
will I.
There it is. Dave's got a fortunate fate. Look at that. Courtesy of Ellie.
Hooray! Thank you.
Probably. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was Ellie.
Excuse me. But yes, we left off. It was snowing still because it keeps doing that. Excuse me. You guys met Red, or who you're calling Red, the Holdra. I keep clicking that fucking. Sorry, everybody. You're gonna see the screen do bullshit. It's because Zoom updated, and right where I always click to come back to the Zoom window, they've put buttons. I apologize for any graphical shit. Anyway.
Buttons.
So, yes. You met Red, who agreed to come help you get into this Cradle of the Moon and help you around there with her roguey skills. Because none of you have those, at least not to her caliber. Of course, she's going to get to take some loot with her of her choice.
Five pieces.
5 items of loot, yes. Of course, nothing within the actual burial chambers themselves, as you also agreed. And then I believe, yes, you had that interaction with the wargs, where Eli managed to get one to be somewhat thankful of his hospitality, as it were, and that they won't necessarily attack people who bear your mark. But of course, if someone who bears your mark does some bullshit, then that's on you. So be careful who you give it to. Make sure you're actually cool with them.
I think that's fair.
You know, if it's just, Kiki's cousin Nim, maybe you don't just spread the mark around. Some of them might be Bebe's kids. So
Oh my god.
just be real careful. So
I was
Yeah.
not expecting that at all.
I'm out of tea and now I'm upset. So
Womp, womp, womp.
anyway, you guys get through that whole thing. I believe, were we at the morning of the next day, or were this the last day you were staying?
Well, we weren't even nighttime yet. We hadn't made the decision if we would leave right where there or not, because
Right,
the
but the
last
storm
thing that
was
happened
over.
was the thing came out and said, Dave said that it says he was the master.
Right,
Oh yeah, he was being held hostage. Not,
but the
not.
storm was over, right? Like the snowstorm
Yeah,
blizzard.
because the wargs took off.
Right.
Yeah. And okay, cool. So yeah,
It's
we
like
pick up.
midday.
And the last thing that happened is you see this little, like, somewhat exaggerated featured but very tiny, kind of a version of the winter hag you saw before, except it has a long scorpion tail that's like very dark, like navy blue, but think you drag the light the lightness slider way down. And it's got these like tiny little bat wings. They're tiny overall, but they seem large enough to support it in flight. And then it's got kind of an oversized head with like a mouth full of just razor sharp teeth. It's just sitting there drooling, holding onto his shoulder with these long fingers.
You said explicitly a Funko Pop.
Yeah, I did, but it's not exactly like a Funko Pop. A Funko Pop would be too exaggerated, but that's what popped in my head at the time.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Dave says that it told him that it's calling him master, and he seems very shaken up while it just drools on his shoulder.
Maybe ask it to get off you then? Like, fly away over, she'll point like where the jars are and like fly right over there so it's away from you?
Could you go over there? It seems to like slurp like the drool off of his like lip and stuff. Like it doesn't all come up onto it, but like off of its own mouth. It kind of nods profusely and then hops off of his shoulder. Like the wings flap several times in succession. That it seems to finally like get enough air under them that it stops a couple of feet above the ground, like swoops up and then clambers up on top of the mantle between a couple of the vases. It seems it seems in a strange way. It's very nimble, but it also seems clumsy. Like it's almost serendipitous and it doesn't knock into a bunch of things. But it doesn't. It just scrambles and does everything very jerky and very sharp, but it seems to be arriving where it needs to go on target. He goes, it worked!
Yeah, I guess it wasn't lying.
I guess? Oh, you can understand me again.
Yeah.
So we can. Well, I mean, so they can, I guess.
And excitedly, he just starts rattling off in Tertian. See, I still don't know how that works, because I didn't do anything, and I've been practicing magic, so I thought maybe that would... What?
I lost you again.
Oh. Okay.
I know,
I guess we
you'll
can't
get
bank on that.
Yeah, it'll come and go, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it sooner rather than later.
But you were right. I think because it drank my blood before. Maybe I was like a backup bond or something? Can that happen?
From what we heard, yes, but I don't actually know.
What is he asking? Eli?
I'll turn and explain everything to that.
Okay.
That way you guys don't have to have me repeat. Just think, if he's in Tertian, I'm translating, because I said that the last time he was talking. If he's speaking, I'll translate for him. So, just a reminder to everybody, so that you all know.
Audience as well.
Yeah, the audience is safe.
I'm gonna do it because it's funny. No. To Eli, I want to lean over and be like, should I go squish it?
I mean, probably not right now, but if it gets squirrely, then probably. I say as I already look like I was like cocked and ready to like magic missile the thing. I was just like, that was my initial instinct was, oh, it jumped on him. The thing that won't miss is this. Wow. Like,
even when you say squirrely, you guys look over at it sitting on the mantle and it's like twitching and like the tail is kind of flicking. It's not sitting still.
Yeah, squirrely.
Well, can you ask when's the last time it had a meal, for lack of a better word, then? Because that might have been the reason why it was holding you the way it was.
Yeah, I think I can talk to it telepathically. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta get the hang of it, but no, it is hungry. I guess I could feed it? Yeah, I guess I could do
anything
that.
besides blood.
No, they're
I mean,
not really people.
right. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm also saying you probably shouldn't.
Well, it could be useful. I mean, as a scout, I guess it could be a friend. I think their temperament tends to match that of their master, so maybe it's gonna be less cruel. It's already not making fun of me, or threatening to sting me, or biting me.
I'm just saying, friends don't usually drink each other's blood.
They don't.
Well, if that's all they can eat, then it makes sense, right?
It might make sense. That doesn't make it less weird. Anyways, you do what you want to do. It's apparently you're its master. You're in charge. I'm not going to take that agency away from you. I'm just going to not deal with it if that's the same, all the same. It's creepy. I like wave at it. Can you understand me?
Yeah.
Ah, you're creepy. No offense. It's just a fact.
Head just turns like all the way almost upside down.
Yeah, that's
Tail
exactly what I'm
flips
talking about. Yeah, just like that.
And as you're doing that, it's like getting more and more riled up, and then all of a sudden, David's like, "No! Don't sting him. He's a friend, and also he might squish you."
That's a good warning.
The tail slows down.
Yeah.
Oh, we could make use of its poison. I've heard of people milking serpents and other venomous creatures.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, that reminds me. We still have
that's
those
what it's called.
powders.
That is what it's called, by the way, which is just weird.
Yeah.
I mean, venoming would just sound odd.
We still have those powders. That just totally reminded me.
Oh
What
yeah, the
powders?
fairy powders.
Yes.
I don't remember what those are at all.
They're on
Did you?
your sheet,
I
I'm pretty
could have
sure.
sworn you wrote them down. They were supposed to be on your sheet.
That doesn't mean he knows what they are.
His sheet's like 4 miles long.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough. One was sleeping. One was like one was for sleeping. One was for not charming, but like getting someone to be a little more on your side. And I don't remember what the third one was.
I don't either.
Oh my god. Anyway,
I am reading all my notes.
Well, folks,
well,
he's going to be out of commission for a little while.
Yeah. Be back at the end of the session.
oh my god. Oh, okay, Dave. Did you want it to feed blood?
I
It
don't
would-
want it to be
No,
hungry, and also I don't want it to like relapse or something.
Yeah, sleepy
Yeah,
powder
that's
and forgetful
probably not
powder.
bad. Sleep powder and what?
Forgetful powder.
Ah, there we go.
Ah, yes. Forgetful powder.
Good job. That wasn't very long at all. Anyway.
Red, who's still there, says, I think the lad's got a point. We wouldn't want it going all crazy because it hasn't eaten.
As someone who starves quite often nowadays, I agree.
Okay, rude.
Why are you
I-
starving often? What, you got an
Oh,
eating
I'm-
disorder or something?
Yes.
Yeah, let's call
You
it
can
that.
call it
I'm
that.
just hungry all the time.
Oh no, lass, are you bulimic?
No, that's not starving. That's choosing to eat and then vomit it, unfortunately. That's a
It's a
very
form of
serious
starvation.
condition.
What? So is starvation.
Look, it's her fault.
You're not wrong, but anyway,
Well,
as someone who
To a degree. It was starvation or death. Anyways, you continue. Sorry, you
Um,
need to
She
finish
touched the
yourself.
statue.
I didn't touch it. Anyway,
You weren't touching stuff.
I didn't touch it. So do you want a dagger, Dave, to cut yourself just a tiny bit?
I think its teeth are fine. They're really sharp looking.
Being bitten might be a lot more painful though.
Unless it's
You
got one of those
understand?
weird salivas that's like
Ah,
a numbing agent. You know, there's some animals that have that, right, Sam? I'm not just making that up, am I?
yeah, it's what them. I was gonna say mosquitoes, but I like to live in a fantasy world where mosquitoes don't exist.
If only.
The ultimate fantasy.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah, if somebody could just maybe right here on the back.
Okay. Lamia will take out one of her daggers and study, and then do a light cut.
Yeah, that's fine. Just barely draws like a tiny bit of blood. And as soon as you back up, you see like the cage, he said, kind of rocks to the side as the homunculus like lands on it really hard and like scrambles through the bars because it's tiny and can fit. Gets onto his shoulder, like crawls down his arm and just starts lapping up at the wound. He's just kind of holding his arm out, waiting. This is weird.
Might be a sensation you have to get used to if you want to keep it around.
It's almost cute in a way. Like if you don't think about it too much.
If you don't think about it and you squint real hard and you turn the other direction, yeah.
Oh, it's giving me kisses.
Yeah, you can think of it like that.
Weird scorpion bat tag miniatures giving me kisses.
Yeah.
After a few minutes, it hops off and climbs up on top of the cage and just sits there looking contented.
Lamia, out of her backpack, will take like the equivalent of a band-aid. Slap it on
His
Dave.
hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's taken care of. So, how did it go outside?
Well enough. We should be all good. Storm's clearing up too, which is great.
Oh, right. I need to finish getting the backpack out. Lamia goes back in the hole.
Dig the whole hole right there. Come on. Fill the whole
What?
hole filler. That's a ghost stories.
Yeah, it's from Ghost Stories.
Oh, okay.
He's doing a bit. Just let him do it.
Just, yeah. Just how I live my life.
One bit at a time.
Yeah. You know, I'm like a regular old horse chomping at the bit. No,
You guys
anyway.
Yeah.
Shit, what was I doing? Besides trying not to flirt with the Fey lady.
I mean, you have time now.
I don't know.
I honest to God don't know what I was doing.
Might just be chilling, waiting for her.
I think I was keeping a lookout for the familiar.
Oh yeah, you were trying to trap the familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go take down that trap and just like wash out that thimble of blood that I put on there.
Of Eli's blood.
Or, yeah, or keep it. I'll keep it safe, in secret. We may need to find him someday, and that's the only piece of him we have.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
As you're like getting rid of it, the fucking homunculus is just like staring at you with like giant eyes, like if you're holding like a hot dog and an actual dog is just looking at you like, yeah. For me, right?
You already ate dinner.
Exactly.
I saw you
It's just like,
eat dinner.
Snacks are a thing.
Yes, they are. You have done no tricks for me yet, so no.
no tricks.
Oh, so these are grapes. You can't have them.
They're bad for you. No.
Insert thing Harley can't eat here. He will still stare at you like it's
He's
his.
like, but what if?
Mhm.
But we haven't tried yet.
But yeah, so you can get rid of that.
Back
I guess yeah. While Lami is getting rid of that getting access to that backpack. Is there anything else you guys want to do while you're here, or just getting ready to leave?
I am getting ready to leave.
we did convince Dave to come with us, correct?
Yes, he's reluctant, but he's gonna go.
Okay.
That's the other thing I was thinking. I don't remember. I gave Red the hyperboreal robe for the time being, until we get her bag out and she can get her own clothes.
Mhm.
Is it possible to roll up that big fur that was on the ground that was covering the hole and steal that?
You can roll it up, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to steal it. It's fucking massive. It is an untanned hide that covers the bottom of a 30 by 30 room.
Yes.
It's
I don't
not
even
like
know
my
if your
dirty
horse
blankets.
can carry that. I think that's going to be way too heavy. You could like cut off sections of it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess that's what I could try and start doing in the meantime, to start seeing if I can make that into warmer pieces for people to wear, like just like an extra shawl or something. Not a poncho, because that's somebody else's deal, but something else.
It's gonna be pretty. It'll be pretty rough, like roughshod. There's not really there's tools here. There's not tools for something like that, for actually turning something this size into like manageable clothing for you guys. You can still do it. It will help, but first of all, you don't really have a craft skill for it. But also,
no, I got wool products. But
you don't really have
that's different.
Yeah, it's you just don't have the stuff for it. So you can make some kind of rough, just chunks of it that you can tie loops through little parts to strap it closed. That kind of thing. It's not going to be fancy.
Use some arm wraps or some
exactly
or something.
Yeah, very very crude armor against the cold, essentially.
Yeah. I'll start doing that since I'm not really doing anything else. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna take too terribly long. We're really just mostly cutting strips off of this and then like trying to take off some of the frozen fat and stuff underneath it so that it won't just immediately rot. You're gonna leave some of it. You're gonna leave some of it because it's gonna insulate really well, but
yeah.
You'll have to do more to it later once you get into the warmth. Otherwise, it'll turn rancid.
It might be stinky, but it'll be warm.
Yeah, like right now, it'll be warm. That's the point. So you're gonna start doing that, and then Eli, you're just gonna make sure you got all your stuff. Make sure everybody else has all their stuff. Cool. Netflix excavation and thus science. Okay. Neat. All right. So, Lamia, you eventually get the backpack free. Oh, sorry. Were you saying something, Dave?
No, I was just going to answer that, but I'll just do it in chat. It's fine.
Yeah, fair. So, Lamia, you eventually get the backpack free. It's a bit worn. You can tell that like it being frozen in this wall didn't necessarily do it any favors. So like some of the straps and stuff are a little bit damaged and whatnot, but it still seems serviceable. It's wet, but it's serviceable. You manage to get that out. Do you like open it and start checking through things, or do you just toss it up to Red?
No, I toss it up to Red. It's not my bag.
Okay.
I mean, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh my god.
I don't know. In Tsitsiki, it's probably 10/10 of the law.
That's mine, but he's holding it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, One Dead Lady's rug is a rug without an owner. It's not a rug anymore. It is now clothing. Therefore, it is not the same item that was stolen.
I don't think that logic. Never mind.
Like, if I steal somebody's car and melt it down and then make pitchforks out of them,
Still theft.
It's not the item though.
First off, it's willful destruction of property. Then, if you want to say that it's not that, it's then willful destruction of property.
Listen here.
Also true.
I didn't vote on that law, therefore it does not apply to me.
Okay, sovereign citizen. So, also, Lamia, remember you have the bonus, the luck bonus to your saves and attacks and everything for 24 hours.
Yep.
Call me Matt.
Because you let Red touch your face.
Yep.
I'm gonna refill my drink real quick. Be right back. I'm in the kitchen so that is literally 3 steps away.
How dare!
Royal robe, she's borrowing. Okay, yeah, so she checks it.
In the country, though, technically. So it is finders keepers. Ellie said that she didn't leave a will, so it's the government's property now. But we're not in a country right now, so it's finders keepers.
Oh, yeah.
It is the rule of finders keepers.
You are
not
in
a
you are frontier law right now.
Yep.
So let me see. Where was the thingamajig? There it is. Okay, so yeah, when she grabs the backpack, so you're like undo a couple of straps, and you hear like a clasp released. She, like, looks into it. You can hear some like jingling. Once it's open, you didn't like hear anything when it was closed, but you hear some like jingling. You see her kind of rummage through it a little bit. She takes out, let's see, a pair of gloves, puts those on, and a pair of boots, puts those on, and then closes the backpack.
You not have clothes in there?
No, I'm wearing clothes. These will do just fine. She's just glaring at her.
Yeah.
Oh,
geez,
you mean because of
Sam.
the cold? No, dear.
Mm-hmm.
My people do just fine in that. I just wanted to see if you'd actually be kind enough to lend this to me. She actually takes off the robe. Plus, it's not every day someone needs to wear something so stylish. She hands it back to you.
I've been letting other people wear my clothes for a while, so you can hang on to it if you would like.
She immediately throws it back on. Her clothes aren't magical. She just doesn't. Yeah, she has cold resistance. If that helps.
Yeah.
But
All right, so are we gonna stay here for the night? I thought I heard Eli saying that we'd be leaving soon to the warg.
Yeah,
I mean, soon could be in the morning as well. But...
By soon I mean the morning probably. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to get trapped out there in the dark if we don't have to, because it's like midday.
yeah,
right?
you're about midday.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe we do a little scouting around the area because we haven't really got to do that. Maybe Sam goes hunting. I'll come with you. Buddy system, remember? And then, we can set out in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Do you eat? But it comes out as yeet.
Yeet?
Yeet?
Of course I do.
Red.
And besides,
Like-
if we're talking about hunting, I think maybe I should go with him. You look a little bit more made for, court?
Well, that may be fairly accurate. I am quite the sneaky sneak when I need to be.
Also, he's wiry.
I am wiry.
I mean, if you want to come along, I'm not going to stop you.
All good.
But I'm not sitting out of a hunt. Wouldn't be becoming of one of my stature.
Perfectly all right as well.
If you say so.
Lamia, you don't mind, sitting
Oh,
here
no.
with...
I don't mind, and the 2-person rule. Got to keep that up even if we're away from the big group.
Buddy system indeed.
Thank you.
Dave does have... He's got company,
buddy.
doesn't he?
Not to be insensitive of tiny creatures. I would say.
Tail.
Yeah, I always am. But it
I
needs
thought
to
we
be
weren't
of a
supposed to
certain
use the T word
size
anymore.
to yeah, that's why I looked at Sam when I said it. It needs to be of a certain size to count as a buddy.
Fair enough.
Because Sherlock also doesn't count as a buddy.
How
We
dare you?
established that earlier. He doesn't, not for the buddy system.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
I'm your lawyer, anyways.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Mary.
Actually, Mayor is your lawyer.
Yeah.
Mayor's my lawyer.
You got an imaginary friend or something?
Yes.
Who?
Oh, wait. Him?
Are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sherlock?
Sherlock.
Oh yeah, he's my hawk. He's a silver hawk.
She's just
He-
looking around.
Gets distracted. No, he's not here. I left him
Oh.
back in a warm place with a bunch of other people because it's pretty bad out here, and he's he's a little dainty, I think. He likes his escargot, and he likes warm places, and he's been in the rain a lot, so I think I'd give him a break.
Speaking of that, I do have to break our roll for just 1 minute. My daughter got a Kinder Egg the other day, and her toy was a snail. All right,
Hey.
keep going.
Oh,
yeah, I
that's
remember
pretty
showing me
funny.
That was dope. So you guys are gonna go do some scouting,
Scouting?
and hunting.
Yes.
Scouting and hunting. Okay. Where's the thing?
Yeah, Ellie, he's not. He's a bird. He's not exactly like a. Oh gosh, I saw this video of a. Sorry, this is a weird tangent, but it involves a bird, of some desert mouse luring a hawk or falcon or something like that to its burrow that a snake had taken residence in, and it like went in the burrow and then back out the burrow to lure the snake out and let the hawk and the snake fight so he could go live in its hole. A lot of the video was just that the hawk had landed and missed and didn't want to take back off, so the hawk was just running on its feet after this mouse. Just like, come back, I want to eat you.
Oh, that's
Damn.
gold, man. I love it.
Birds running are so funny, dude. Birds that fly running are so funny.
Hell yeah. Alright, so you guys go do that. I guess give me we'll call this a skill challenge of sorts, because there's some potential stuff you could find out here.
I like stuff.
Oh my god, every time. Okay.
Stuff and things.
I'm filing a complaint with Zoom. I hate this. Anyway,
That area where you, like,
yes, it's a thing that you'll see it if you look at the video later. You'll see what's happening. So you guys go out. It's just there's two PCs going out. So we'll have one of you do obviously survival, and one can do. Well, I'll just tell you the primary and secondary skills. Survival, knowledge nature, knowledge geography, perception, and stealth. Those are your primaries.
Okay.
So three of these.
So there's two of you. You have an NPC with you, so she can help one of you with one of those and give you a +2.
Well, I think my best one of those is stealth.
Yeah, and she might handle the nature well. I don't know. So I'm
She
going
can assist.
survival.
She doesn't get an independent roll.
Oh, does it assist? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll do. I'll do survival.
Before the roll, can I make sure I'm Cloak of Shadows and then use Penumbra just boop boop to boost my stealth?
One round per two. Cloak of Shadows won't apply. It's too short, but Penumbra
Okay.
will. Penumbra
Okay,
will last
cool.
you over an hour.
Well, I just need Cloak of Shadows to cast Penumbra,
Gotcha.
or vice
Okay, that's
versa,
fine.
or whatever. Yeah.
The area that
remember.
we're scouting out is it
slightly
the
inshore,
forest
I see.
and or plains.
It is plain. It is forest and plains actually. So you can get, because if you're talking about this whole area around here, yeah, you're looking at forest on the east side and then plains on the north and west.
I'll just take the higher one
That's fine.
instead of both because that seems more fair to me.
How many times can you do Cloak of Shadows?
A lot.
It's 3 plus charisma.
I can do Cloak of Shadows 8 times.
Hey.
And that's 1 round per 2. So 4 rounds. Brain, come on. So 4 rounds per cast, so 8 times. Okay. That's fine. You can get the bonus, but you're gonna have to use all of them.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Because the duration is just too short.
I get +4 from that, so it's a good usage. Because
Yeah.
we're level 8 now, so.
Alright, you go in any order you'd like. And who do you have red helping?
Well, so my roll is going to be a 14 bonus. Sam, what's yours going to be?
18. With
So she can help me.
Yeah.
I will roll for her just because she's got a good stealth, so she might give you a +3 depending. Plus, I need to roll something so it doesn't lag as hard. Nope, just +2.
All right. Then I will go ahead and roll with my +6 total. Which good thing she did. I rolled a 2. So
Yep. Nice. Oh, I forgot to tell you the DC on this is just 16. So, beat it by 2. Yeah, you're hunting and scouting, right? So,
Yeah. I went ahead and did my survival. So.
I'm saying this represents about an hour of time. So, survival beats the shit out of that DC.
We're
Eli,
also
since
gonna have
primary,
to do the cold rolls.
right now, you will.
I know.
But see, right now it is not. It's not as bad as it was. So, yeah, it's only one. It's 1 check per hour. So just
Is
need
that
a
Constitution? Fortitude.
fortitude save versus the cold. So your cold clothes apply. So +5, and then whatever else you have against weather.
there we go. There's my fort.
Unless you have cold resistance, in which case you don't have to check. So.
I think it's higher because I have endurance, but whatever.
Yes, yeah, endurance would apply. Yeah, so let's both beat it. It's only 15.
Yeah.
And
I forgot to add
double
the
check
drugs.
our what is it? Did I not put the skill thing in here? I thought I did. Skill challenges. There it is. Go over here so chat can see it. It's only the second time we've done this on screen here. I'm gonna leave that up out here so you can see most of it. Really, only the primary stuff matters right now because that's what everybody's rolling. So let me see. So it's primary. We'll start with Dave because he rolled first. Is stealth a class skill?
Yes. Because
How many
of
ranks?
me being Umbra, Bloodline, or whatever.
Nice. How many ranks do you have?
3.
3. Okay. So you meet one of those. You don't have skill focus in it?
I think I do actually. Let me check.
Skill focus and stealth?
I might. No, I don't. Sorry, my bad. I have the stealthy.
Oh, yeah, stealthy. Okay.
Yeah, I have stealthy. So I get
Um,
+2 from stealthy.
Yeah, I won't count that. Okay, so that's fine. So since you do have it as a class skill, you just don't have 5 or more ranks. That means you do 1d8 plus Dex modifier.
1d8 plus Dex. All right. Hey.
Nice.
Hey, nice.
10 points on the board. All right, and then for survival, Sam, I know it's a class skill for you. How many ranks do you have in survival?
8.
Okay, so you beat 2 of the things, which
Yeah.
means you roll 1d12 plus your wisdom bonus.
Stuff. 1d12.
Yep.
Not great.
Level
5.
2.
Yeah.
All right, we got 15 points on the board. So we'll say for that hour, obviously you're able to scout the area you're in here. 1 second. I can represent this. I'll go ahead and take that down for people to be able to see. How to represent this? Okay, I have an idea. We'll do. Oh. Go. Oh, hold on. Oh, god damn it, that fucked it all up. Everything is ruined. Oh no. Too many lights. Okay. Let me try that again. Okay. That should give you... a bit more visibility. Once I put that onto the lighting layer. Okay. Unless it fucked up, then I guess it will do whatever it wants. Okay, it didn't. Alright, I have to go back and fucking hide all this shit. God damn it.
Oh, it's such a pain.
It is a fucking huge pain. I hate everything.
I feel you, buddy.
I don't even think they did anything. Okay, whatever. You're not supposed to be able to see that damn far out. That's crazy. Hold on, what am I doing? I don't know. I don't think I'm seeing what you're seeing. I am seeing what you're seeing.
Yeah?
The hell? Oh no, I'm on the wrong. Okay, I'm on the wrong tab. Okay, no, that's awful, but that's more sensible than it was at least. Go away, bug. No one likes you. Alright, bring all that stuff back up. Close that out. There we go. Alright. Anyway, so you're able to kind of scout the area some. You get a general overview of what's around you. That crazy-ass high survival check, and with assistance, you are able to find plenty of food for your group for today. Definitely enough for everyone. Even if you're like splitting the meager amounts of meat you're able to find and just giving most of that to Lamia, still you find enough nuts and berries and roots and all sorts of stuff out here. Which is kind of surprising because it's just forever cold, so it's a little bit of a newish experience for you, Sam, just being this far north and having to like find vegetation and stuff that grows in this kind of weather. None of it is your conventional like vegetables and stuff, but you do find a few that are like little tubers and alliums and stuff like that are like apparently actually grow in this environment. They don't just hibernate. So
forever cold. I don't want to be forever cold.
Oh my god!
Right. But anyway, so you guys are able to find food.
You're not
obviously, you can tell that there is. You didn't get a very good look at all the different things around. You're mostly focusing on the hunting, and Eli was mostly focusing on staying out of the way and trying to find vantage points and that sort of thing. You can spend more time out here and continue to go through this, but if obviously you use the same skills, it will be diminishing returns.
I can change up a little bit. I can go nature or
perception.
Geography.
Well, I'm going to use perception because I don't have knowledge geography, and
I'm trying to choose
yeah.
something that he does
so
not have.
I would use perception.
Makes sense.
Even though my perception is probably better, I'd rather.
Oh,
him
by
use
a
it
lot.
skill. Yeah.
I'm sure. I have 0 wisdoms that modifier. So it's just the ranks I've put in perception. That's it.
Yeah. Big surprise. The ranger is way better at all of these skills.
Yeah, I'm stunned.
That's why I should always pick ranger.
Oh, are we gonna expect that on our next game, Panda?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to be one of the more fighting-oriented rangers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though I wouldn't doubt that, but
I could be a sneaky ranger.
I wouldn't doubt that either.
I'd like to be a
Right.
sneaky ranger, actually.
But yeah, so
Sneak
something you
attack,
guys, do
go
you want to
burn.
spend another hour out here?
Sneak attack, go burn.
Is
I'll
the
do
plan to stay another night, essentially?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so you're going to keep going while you have daylight. Got it.
Yep.
Alright. So yeah, I know. So one of you's doing perception. Sam, which one are you doing?
So I got a tour and
Geography.
I'm gonna do Natur because I got more ranks in it. Nature.
And then she can assist again with one of these, right?
Yes. So she'll help your perception, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Please and thank you.
Alrighty. It's gonna roll one of these days.
Excuse me.
There it goes. It's 24, just shy. Okay, so you get +2.
Hooray. Hooray. I rolled well. He rolled better.
That's
Okay.
Yep.
I keep forgetting to tell you. I was supposed to tell you guys the DCs on skill challenges. Perception DC was 18. Knowledge Nature DC was 20. That's actually a harder one, but it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to add. I was supposed to add a lot more to Sam's because it's depending on how much you beat it by. So every 2 you beat it by is an extra point.
Oh, I heard a ding.
Me too.
Congratulations.
What do we get?
Nobody knows.
Thank you, Ellie, for the luck.
So,
Yes.
where was your survival? 36 beat the fucking DC by a lot. Basically doubled it. So that's another. Come on, Brian, you can do this. It's another fucking. Oh, it's another fucking 8 points. Okay, so you're at winning 3.
23.
And then perception, class skill, Eli?
No, it is not.
Not a class skill. How many ranks?
6.
Okay, so 1d8 plus 1d8. I was gonna say plus wisdom bonus, but I said DC was
1d8 plus 0, baby. Here we go.
okay, so that you beat it by that much, so that's another 3. So that's 6 more points. So you're at 29, and then that knowledge. I don't. Good God, that's gonna be a minimum of 6, 7. Yeah, you don't have to roll, Panda.
I want to.
You may roll if you'd
I
like.
want to.
1d12 plus intelligence bonus.
Well, it's a 5 in.
That's how many ranks you need.
Okay.
Yeah, you need
D12
class skill
plus-
and 5 ranks for this tier.
Because I want to see what I roll this time. Okay, still kind of low.
Oh, rolled twice as good as you did last time.
Yeah.
But, so that would be
For a
7
D12,
plus
it's
6,
like,
13 more points, so a lot. Yeah, like 40 something. Cool. So yeah, you guys are able to in just 2 hours, thanks to Sam's help, and also with one thing you'll be able to pick up on as you're going through this is like Red is ridiculously knowledgeable about the woods and stuff here.
I guess that makes sense.
And you guys are able to find what should I represent this with? Ooh, no. Are you guys talking about rangers in the chat?
For a second, I just said Gloomstalkers are busted, and then Panda
are.
probably just
A
took it
little?
from there.
Gloomstalkers are pretty fucking busted.
If you're gonna build a ranger and you want to do a crap ton of damage without basically having
First
to let
round.
your opponents render,
Yeah.
you play Gloomstalker. It's like in New Vegas when you get to pick Eddie and Boone and you shoot people before they render.
Yep.
That's how it feels.
Dude, using a bow and then having where you can use your maximum range effectively
Mm-hmm.
with a bow, just ignoring cover and stuff like that. Yeah, it's literally you're just a sniper and with a friggin' It's crazy.
It's wild, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Molly, I'm not saying the tunnel he was digging collapsed, because he's still. It's one of those things that we could eventually continue that campaign into Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So he might come back, but he also might just. He might be retired for something else, you know?
For the YouTube video, we were talking about Panda's character in another campaign.
His favorite is Little Kobold. The best is Kobold.
Yeah, Ketsuku Kinslayer.
Yeah. That was fun as hell campaign. That was Waterdeep. I played a barbarian fighter.
That was a fun campaign.
With the harpoon
very
that
dumb.
we got.
That yelled harpoon. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was doing. Good God, the ADHD is absolutely rampant today. Fuck my life.
Strong in this one today.
Okay. You guys go on. You guys are on the token layer already? I think I see what's happened. What is this? Yeah, I saw you. Fucking extra lamps. Get out of here. All right. Yeah, that fixed it. That's how far you're supposed to be able to see.
Nice.
I have too much crap on the screen. Okay, so what you guys find to the northeast, I could have put that more accurately, but I'm going to leave it. Is you get to like this certain clearing, and Sam, I imagine, is the one to kind of point out, or we'll probably say because Eli, you were doing perception. So you notice there appears to be some kind of like fog rolling in from the east, but after a bit closer examination, you notice like it's not really it's blowing with the wind, but it's not like it's like encroaching. It seems to be just kind of stagnant in an area. You can see some of it above some of the trees, and especially when you're going into the more open spaces, like, okay, yeah, that's definitely some kind of concentration of like fog of some kind. You guys go check that out because you're scouting, so you're like, interesting shit. Let's go take a look and I'm just not running out there screaming with your dicks out because you don't know if there might be more will-o'-the-wisps or something.
Who knows?
I mean,
Hey,
it could work.
I almost caught that fly.
I mean, you guys have run into will-o'-the-wisps before. I just feel
we have. No, thank you. Not again.
I just feel like a lesson were learned. So
I mean, it was for me anyways. I'm fine. Not dealing with them again.
We say they're busted just because they're really good. They're not really broken. They're just awesome. Gloomstalkers are dope. There's a super, super good Ranger subclass.
Yeah,
especially
I don't
compared
mean busted
to
as in
others.
that they break the game. I do just mean busted as in good. I would have said broken if I thought they broke the game, but they are busted.
Really cool though. But
you want to do massive amounts of damage the first turn, go for it.
Yeah, the stealthy, cool Ranger thing. Boop. But no, so you guys get about a little bit further out there, and Red will be like, "Oh, I recognize this area. Oh, perfect. Follow me." And she kind of starts going a little bit ahead, and as you guys are moving, Sam, you would be the one probably noticing you're noticing a lot more signs of water nearby. Some of the plants are a bit more green. You're even starting to notice that the ice and snow and stuff is a bit thinner, and it's hard to notice at first because you guys are bundled up and all that. But you start to eventually notice that the air is a little bit warmer, actually. And eventually, you guys come to a small clearing where you can actually see that there's a geyser there.
Like a thermal vent. Yes.
Exactly. There's kind of it's a little bit of a craggy area that you can you can pretty easily get down into it without any danger or anything like that. Get somewhat close to it if you wanted to, but like not obviously not gonna stick your face in it. That'd be pretty stupid. But yeah, you get there, stand back for a few minutes just to see if it erupts, and it fucking does. While you guys are kind of standing around waiting, just kind of admiring it, and I imagine, Sam, you've probably got a few anecdotes or whatever, just stuff you know about geysers and thermal vents and that kind of stuff in nature. Might just be musing about that when suddenly it just launches this giant plume of water. It's like water and steam and and just fog rolls out of it. It's up to you, Sam's ever seen a geyser up close or a vent up close like this. But even if you have, back in Delancia or even somewhere else that's at Sekia, none of them have erupted as high as this one did. Like, there's obviously a lot of pressure.
I'll say hot springs are a thing. Like a hot spring.
Yes.
Type deal. Probably he's heard of geysers, but probably never seen one.
So yeah, so it's like the first time you get to see one. This thing, like this bastard launches up like 20, 30 feet in the air. Just
Wow.
There's this like release of heat for a moment it's like you kind of want to unbutton some of the winter clothes a little bit. No, that's gonna pass. That's gonna pass. Let's give it a second. You get that light rain of kind of warm water that comes at the warm mineral water from the earth comes down. Which Red is just grinning at. And she's like, "That's not even that's not even the best part. Come this way." And she kind of goes down to the craggy area and scuttles around the side, and you can kind of see that there's this split in part of the rock where it's just tall enough that you kind of have to crouch to go through it. And she just like starts to strafe her way in there, and eventually she like turns as if she doesn't have to strafe anymore. Like it opens up. And imagining you guys follow since she doesn't seem to be taking any extra precautions.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You start going in, and it's dark. So, Sam, unless you make a light source or something, you're kind of having to follow them pretty closely. But after she leads you a little bit deeper, you can tell this is some kind of little cavern that there's maybe a better entrance to somewhere else, but just by the sounds of it and such, are either of you trained in knowledge dungeoneering?
Yes.
You can roll me a dungeoneering check.
Cool.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, both of you can.
Okay. Hmm.
20.
It's fair. Eli rarely gets to shine in these moments. So
Yeah, I get to do something.
So Eli, you can tell just by like the way that you're hearing like your footsteps bounce off the walls and such, because you can partially see, and like the way that the little bit of wind that's getting in here, mostly just auditory cues. This place goes pretty deep. Like this is probably a very complex cavern. You wouldn't want to get lost in here. You don't want to go messing around too much. But Sam, it'll be you. This isn't from your knowledge check, just because you can't see in the dark. This sticks out to you a bit more. You do see some kind of light in the distance. It's sort of bluish colored light that Red seems to be leading you towards. And what is obvious you can't see, she like grabs your hand and it's kind of leading you around so you're not tripping over stalagmites and all sorts of stuff. And you can tell you get led around like a couple of crops of spiny stones and other things like that. And you come upon what appears to be a natural spring giving off some serious warmth. It's got a little bit of steam coming up off of it, and you can hear just sort of like distantly the like kind of rush of water from beneath it, and like the occasional like ripples and stuff that you can tell that there's a place where that vents into here, obviously to heat the water. And there's a few different levels to it where it seems to be pooling, but yeah, you find a natural hot spring inside this cave.
That's awesome.
All right, so we got to build a town here now, because I mean,
you say that, but
I know the deal.
What
yeah,
Hayethe
and also the
is
rest of
and
the
what it
area.
means is it's the world,
Well,
the planet.
yeah. There's a cool. Hold on, I'm gonna link a YouTube video. We have a cool video about that actually.
Our first video on the channel, so I'm
Yeah,
super,
I'm a
super
link
stiff and
YouTube video about
uncomfortable.
I'm gonna.
Like, Hayethe. That's not how it's pronounced.
No, Hayethe. But
Hayethe. Hayethe.
Hayethe. But yeah, Hayethe. It.
Sorry, that made me laugh right when I was.
Oh, I just messed it up. It had 69 views. I messed it up. Sorry.
Oh,
Guys.
you ruined it. Oh, well, that's fine.
It's no longer.
Technically, Hayethe in all social languages just means our world. It was actually called something else before a certain event called What? What are you laughing at?
I just read what you wrote. How to pronounce it.
Yeah.
It used to be called Deshadow, which meant something else, but yeah, now it's called Hayethe because the world used to be under the thumb of some very powerful tyrannical forces, and no longer is. But yeah, for those on the YouTube, I put in the chat, it's pronounced hi, like hi and yes, but if you were Mike Tyson. So, yeah.
Wow.
I look so young in the video.
It
Well,
was 2 years ago.
it was 2 years ago, and I weighed less. So, and I also
think you might have
I was
been
also
freshly
shaved.
shaven. Yeah,
I was freshly
would say-
shaved. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you were freshly shaved. So makes a big difference.
it does. But yeah, I weighed less, and had my stuff all trimmed up, and my hairline wasn't quite as bad as it is now. It was still bad, but it wasn't as bad. Either way, shit. You guys find a natural hot spring, so it's nice and warm in there. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do anything with that, but you find it. Well, okay, I know Panda wants to do something with it, but in
Sam
character,
really wants to go swimming, but
I
can.
don't particularly, but that's fine.
to bathe really, it's like, bro, this would be so nice.
It fucking would. It'd be incredible to bathe in that. You guys haven't had a proper bath since you left Saigon, probably.
That's true. It's been a while. I want this fly to go away. That's what I want to do with it.
Right?
This fly buzzing around my head's pissing me off. Well, Eli and I are both going to take the same action right now, which is I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Don't pee in the water.
Eli walks away to go pee. He's been doing the potty dance since he walked into the cave. So.
The sound of running water has just been messing with him. He hasn't had to pee this whole time, but the first time we get around running water, nope, gotta pee. Sam will be like, is this like, this doesn't have any like, I mean, this is like clean water, right? Asking Red.
Aye. It's natural spring. It's a little bit too warm for some things to survive in. Except people, of course. Why?
Oh.
Are you scared of it?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it because it's glowing?
No. Well, no, I've seen other things that glow. No, I'm thinking about jumping in. Not with my clothes on.
Oh. Bit shy, are you? I mean, you're welcome to jump in if you like. I won't peek.
That's up to you. I do not care at the moment. I am covered in things, in stuff, and it's been a minute since I've bathed. So,
No worries. I'll keep an eye out, make sure nothing sneaks up on you. These are pretty extensive, so could be anything in them.
Sorry, my crocodile in the water sense is going off, and I really want to like. I'm like, God,
You're afraid to get in it now?
Yeah, a little bit, but no, I'll go ahead and start shedding some clothes, and I'll jump in. Grab some. I think I have soap in my bag. It seems like kind of a dick thing to do to make the water soapy, but I'm also bathing in it, so.
Well, you know, there's a place where it flows out too.
Yeah, I got soap.
So, yeah. Like this isn't
He's
stagnant.
gonna be a
so-
clean bean. He's been a bit of a green bean recently. He's gonna become a clean
Play
bean.
the sensual boom, down music.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some candles
Boom,
out,
down.
and I'm gonna throw
Where
some
you-
rose petals
where you get
in the
these
water.
candles from?
Yeah, exactly. Stolen from the witch. Just summons a monster out of the water.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Okay.
or they're tallow candles, which means they're probably made out of people. Fat.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
you know, use all of what you kill. You know.
So Sam's gonna bathe. That's cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Neat.
Is she gonna
I wandered off and made yellow snow, and then I came back, as one does.
Okay. Yeah, red's just nearby to make sure nothing comes out of one of the tunnels or something and eats you. What was I checking? Here it is. Alright, Sam. I need a fortitude save.
That's fine.
You may choose to fail it.
I just
As you
lost
can choose to fail with any save.
a will save in chat. You probably don't fail it.
26. Nice. Okay, you succeed. So, let's see. Are you hurt at all?
He is now,
probably.
after that chat.
Yeah. Yes, I am hurt.
Okay. How much out of how much?
26 out of 72.
Oh, damn. So yeah, below half. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Roll
I forgot.
me. What is it? You're at 8. Yeah. Okay. So it's just so roll me 8d6. All right. You heal 28 hit points.
Damn.
It's a pretty good bath. Got any potion bottles to scoop it up in?
I
Sam?
do have the fancy potion bottle. I'm gonna pull a link here and like I'm just gonna keep some of this hot water for later.
Up to you.
Yeah. Actually, I do have an empty
Sell you
heal
an
and an
apple,
empty
buddy?
fancy bottle.
You do. There is
Yeah.
there's one additional effect.
Hmm.
Because you succeeded at your fortitude save. The difference in your current HP and your max HP, you will gain in temporary hit points for the next 8 hours.
The difference between my current and max.
Mm-hmm. So basically, whatever you're missing, you get in temporary HP right now.
Nice. A good chunk. So it's like I'm at full health in theory.
Mm-hmm.
For 24 hours, is that what she said?
For 8 hours, the next 8 hours.
8 hours. 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll sleep at some. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
So, yeah.
scoop up. I'll do a full Link, Legend of Zelda here and scoop up some water. And hold it above my head.
So you're sitting there bathing for a while. It feels absolutely fantastic. So I will tell you, the fortitude save was twofold. There's a good thing that happens if you succeed. There's a bad thing that happens if you fail. If you failed it, all it does is means you fall asleep, and then you don't get the temp HP.
Sam's floating face down in the water.
Yes. Which is like,
no!
yeah, so if you're by yourself, it could actually be bad, right? But
I've fallen asleep while floating in a pool. It's not fun when you wake up.
Yeah, it's terrifying because you're like,
it's not good.
oh god.
So, there it is.
Yep. Yep.
Joke's on you.
Okay, well, I'll see y'all next week. Y'all have
Hi, Panda.
I'm being punished for being near my birthday.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
and it's
that's how
my
it goes.
fault. You can blame me, and I'll
Yep.
accept that blame.
I told my mother when she came by, she started singing. I went, no. And it's like, it's my one birthday wish for you not to sing happy birthday outside my house, please.
I think that's valid. I think that's absolutely
You
valid.
know what? I can't hate it for that either.
I was debating because we were going to go eat somewhere. I'm like, I'm going to have to bribe these waiters to like say, hey, can y'all keep it down if they start singing? Like, I will tip $100 to get them to like, no, don't do that.
Right?
I don't care how much money she pays you. Do not come sing happy birthday
So on
to
your
me.
mom's birthday, she gets to sing happy birthday to you because that's what she wants.
Yeah. Something positive about
Yep.
myself.
You got a positive about yourself.
Mm-hmm. No. Sorry. I think the rest of the group should sing "Happy Birthday" to him. No, I will leave the call.
I will
I'm not going to
sing
subject him to
the
that.
version of Happy Birthday that I got sung, which is much shorter and tells me he smells bad.
Unless it's the Metal Gear Solid version. But yes, from Metal Gear Solid. Something positive about myself. Why have you done this to me? Somebody go while I think of something, please.
I mean, this isn't a mass
I'll let him
positivity.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'll go
So-
and what the
So
good stuff is.
while well, we don't have to positivity him. He's just doing something.
Aha.
So
No, I'm-
so while Sam's bathing, it's gonna take a few minutes, right? It's clearly I'm thinking a way to phrase this that isn't weird, but I'm just gonna say clearly enjoying himself, but not like that.
Not
Just
like
obviously it's like a very soothing bath, and oddly enough, if you're watching him, Eli, or something, you will see some of his
I'm
wounds
not.
actually closing. Or even if you glance over, you'll notice some of the bruises and things are gone. Like just to check on him, whatever, right? But I don't know if you're doing anything in the meantime, Eli, while he bathes.
I went just kind of wandering around a little bit, but not super far. Obviously, I know where I don't want to get lost or whatever, but I would just kind of poke my head down a cavern or a hallway or something, just walk a little bit, walk back. Poke my head down, walk a little bit, walk back. Never out of sight of the entrance I came at, and never farther than 10 feet probably. But just kind of sticking my head down tunnels, essentially. Making sure there's not a weird thing in here, sleeping.
Okay. Can you give me a perception check real quick, Eli?
Yeah, totally.
That's pretty good. Not quite good enough. Okay. So yeah, when you're peeking your head down one of the tunnels, you suddenly hear seemingly from both behind you and from the tunnel, just this ghost voice out of nowhere that just seems to reverberate around all the walls. And when you inevitably either turn to see what the fuck is doing that, you just see Red is standing behind you. She snuck up behind you while you were peeking down the tunnel.
I just had that kind of seriously? Look on my face.
She doesn't know about the toilet ghost.
Just big grin.
We gotta tell her about the toilet ghost. I thought
How
it
many
was
people do know about the toilet ghost?
Spins and skips back off. Go ahead.
We were talking about archery earlier, and when I first started getting into shooting recurve, I constantly shot aiming stuff like that. I would okay, that's where I aim, and I would do the traditional knock where arrows held between two fingers, and I would have 3 on there as I pull back, just because it was actually kind of a heavier bow. It was a 50-pound bow, which is not what normally you start with. That's kind of for hunting. But I would consistently shoot 4 to 6 inches above where I was aiming, and it was one of those things of okay, I guess I could aim down, but one of the guys was try shooting with all 3 fingers under the knock, and just have the little stud there that keeps the arrow from moving around. So I shot 3 fingers under, and I was dead on. I aimed at the same place and I hit fucking both sides. And I was like, that's a weird adjustment that worked. So I shoot weird when I shoot a bow.
Okay.
The holding stance I do is weird. Where I hold the string and knock.
You have a unique shooting stance. All right.
Yeah,
we'll take it.
It's like being goofy-footed or something, or and if you for baseball, if you just switched your hands around, but you're still swinging the same way. It's no, you don't do that if you're left-handed. No, I do.
I must, in fact.
Yes, because this is how I hit the ball. If I do it the other way, I can't hit it. But, okay.
Some folks is unique.
That
But
is
cool.
true.
So Sam, you're feeling a hell of a lot better after your bath. You're nice and clean. Your clothes.
Do I
Different
didn't realize
story.
how stinky they are?
Yeah, that's the only problem with like getting in there and getting all clean and having your soap and sweet. Yeah, now you get all your dirt and stuff shed off of yourself and it gets swept away in a little undercurrent that's under there. But you've removed your own nose blindness to yourself, and so when you pick up your own clothes, it's like, oh, I've been sweating in these a lot and bleeding and sleeping and
Hey, Eli,
beer sweat.
didn't you do that thing where you clean yourself? Can you help me out with that on these clothes? Or I guess I could just wash them, but then we'll have to wait for them to dry.
Well, I mean, I can also dry them.
Oh, okay. I did bottle 2 potion bottles worth of sprinkler as well.
Okay.
But we'll figure out if that does anything later. May just be water, maybe clean water. Yeah, I
you
guess
know,
I'll take the
washing
time.
them will be more effective than prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get the difficult spots, you know? Like, I'm not going to spend 30 minutes washing, or however long it takes to wash clothes by hand. I say as a privileged person who's had a washing machine.
Right.
You know? Like, I've had to get, like, you know, stains out of shirts with, you know, at my same bleach and whatnot, but,
Yeah.
you know, that's targeted, you know?
Yeah, you can clean it enough that like I imagine you're mostly trying to get the scent out, right? 'Cause you're not gonna be able to clean stains, like blood stains and shit. Or you don't have what you need for that.
Yeah,
There's
I
just
got
no
soap
way.
I use for my body.
Yeah, you need like strong acids and other shit like that. But so yeah, spend some time, you clean up your armor and everything. Get your clothing all cleaned up, and then I imagine Eli prestidigitation is to get most of the water and stuff back out of it and get it dried off. So you spend a good, let's say, probably another hour in there between the bath and like the washing of clothes and all that stuff, and a little, not really spelunking, but very light, looking around at the different tunnels and stuff.
One of the things I will say while I'm washing is like, you know, actually some people will collect urine and allow the ammonia to develop, and they use that as a cleaning product.
Urine. Anyways,
Cleaning.
gross.
Yeah, I think they do something to it. I've never done it. No, my family's never done it. We've made more traditional soaps from, you know, animal fat, but yeah, and scrub. That's one bit of knowledge
Reggie
that I
kinda
know.
shrugs.
Yeah, it's like, gross. Yeah, but
So,
it's like filtered. Yeah, they boil it or whatever.
People cleaning themselves with paste, mate. That's sort of weird.
gross. Yeah. No matter how many times you say it, that it's going to be my response. Just like that.
But cool. So you get all scrubbed up. It's been about an hour or so there. Eli, while you're waiting, you can give me another dungeoneering check.
Sweet. Oh yeah, there we go. It's almost a 30.
Yeah, from what you can tell, just with like the cursory looks and stuff you've seen, and maybe like a few steps in a few of the caverns to see where they turn and that kind of stuff, a lot of them seem to go northward. I imagine you even have a couple of questions for Red in there. She's like, have you ever gone through any of these? That kind of stuff. And she'll tell you that she'll like kind of confirm that for you, that a lot of them snake their way north from here. Most of them seem to go deeper down. Whereas there's a couple of them, like you literally find that there are 6 different like tunnels that sort of eventually branch out from here. There's 4 main passages and then 2 very quickly branch off into others. But one of the ones that branches, both of its go north. One of them goes deeper down, and one of them seems to be more even and kind of more on the surface and going along the hills and things. That's the one that she's actually followed the furthest out. And she thinks it connects to another one that's much further north, but it hasn't gotten to confirm it yet. And then the one that goes deeper down, she's explored a little bit. She says there's actually some like ore and a few like deposits and other things down, like a little bit further down. But she never quite had the equipment to explore it to like all the way to its limit, and there's some passages that are a bit too narrow for her to be comfortable with.
Excuse me. Ah. All right then. Interesting.
Yep. But cool. You guys found the hot spring.
I guess I'm assuming he passes that information, Alliance. Do you think we could like? You think we could follow that away? Do you think it comes out somewhere further north?
Well, I sort of think it does. Partially. I haven't been able to confirm that. I'm not much of a spelunker, though I do sort of like looking around in these sorts of places. It could connect to one quite a bit further north, and if it does, it'd be sort of a nice shortcut, not a whole lot of fauna. Though we're not going to be able to move stuff like sylph winds or anything like that down here. Much too tight.
I'd rather rely on the sylph winds personally.
I would as well, because they make a great escape plan. Which
would be worth it if for some reason you need to come back this way, or well, I know where the other tunnel is that I think connects to it, so if we're coming back from the north to the south, could use it if for some reason we need to.
Sure. Well, sure.
But we shouldn't keep Dave and Lamia waiting any longer than they need to. One of us has got to spoil ourselves out here.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys start heading back.
Yep.
Alright, so it's been a few hours. Oh, I need to turn that way down. Back to the cave hideout. Lamia.
Yes.
What are you doing in that 4-hour period that they're gone?
Probably making small talk with Dave. And honestly, I'd like to read one of the books that teaches languages if he's willing to part with it, to glance at it. Because it's a children's book, maybe I'll learn like stupid words like cheese and pants.
Which one are you trying to study?
Or cheese pants.
Cheese pants.
I forget. You know what? Since he's speaking it more commonly, I would look at the Tertian one.
Okay. So you spend several hours, just trying to study that, and I would say someone there to ask questions to sort of get you started. Because even though it is a children's book, it's also like you're having to pick up context clues from the pictures and other stuff like that. But these aren't modern books either, so it's not like these pictures are very detailed or the most expressive in conveying their meaning, right? So some of them are a little bit like, I think I know what's going on here, and you can like ask for confirmation, that kind of stuff. But I'm able to spend about 4 hours just trying to pick up some very basic phrases and get through this book. You'll find out Dave doesn't have the most, I don't know if I've been able to play this at all, but he doesn't have the most verbose vocabulary, but he seems sharp. Like, he seems to be able to express different ideas very well. So like when you have questions for him and stuff, he's very good at explaining what he means to you, like in a way that is like, oh, I get it. But he's like trying to tell you how the language works and that kind of stuff. He actually seems very adept at that.
Okay.
But anyway,
So
the other
opposite
two-
of me. Got it.
sure. If your words, not mine. But so eventually the others get back. And this fucking gnat is driving me up the goddamn wall.
It's so obnoxious.
The others get back. As usual, Eli looks like Eli. Red looks like Red. But wow, holy crap! Sam is clean. He's got a little bit of snow on him and stuff now. His boots are dirty.
His hair's
again.
like poofy instead of like matted and like down.
Something happened?
And he looks less. He's not like limping. He doesn't. He doesn't look quite as wounded.
Oh, man.
I'll let you describe whatever else you'd like to there, Panda.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we found a natural occurring geothermal vent. I don't know. Geothermal is probably not a thing.
It works.
Or but the water was quite warm, and I went ahead and took the time since we were down there to, wash off some of these wounds that I had. I feel quite better. Brought some of it back because I know it's nice and clean. If y'all would like to use it up, so we don't have to melt some snow.
Well,
A lot. It's just a couple potion bottles. It did seem to help me out a little bit.
well, if it helped you out a bit, shouldn't we save it for an emergency?
I would say get it while it's hot, but
And I would say now that he's saying that, obviously, so he's pointing that out, Eli, and you've had time to actually like see him now. Yeah, like he's straight up missing wounds. That's not a normal thing for Hot Spring to do
It's not normal. Interesting.
at all.
no, I'm pretty sure nature's like that. At least to me.
Okay.
I did have to make a fortitude check while it was so peaceful I could almost doze off in there, but I'm glad I didn't.
Well, I'll go ahead and, I guess, examine the water with detect magic
Which one you want, the
I
regular
said
potion
we'll
bottle or the fancy potion bottle?
for good habits. Just the regular one is fine.
Guess left or right? No, I'll hit me right.
That cannot be the right poundage.
Sometimes I just like looking at the fancy one. Last
So anything else you guys try to do that night? Any RP you guys want to have, or we ready to move on?
Other than examining that bottle of water, nope. For
Okay.
me.
You're doing detect magic. There it is. Give me Arcana.
I'm ready.
Okay, this was actually a harder one just because the aura is fading, but you definitely get something akin to conjuration healing effect.
Okay.
But it does
Interesting.
seem to be fading pretty rapidly.
I'll say that too. It's fading rapidly.
you might use it while the use it's good then.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you do with it? Are you gonna drink it? Or you
No, I'll
pour
just
it on
pour
a
it over
wound?
my head.
Are you missing HP?
I am.
So yeah, so I imagine like you pour it on like your head, like part of the wounds, whatever wounds you have.
Mhm.
What are you at out of how much?
Math is awful. Let me bring up my calculator. It's not a lot, but I am missing HP.
Okay,
I'm 7
definitely
HP
not.
minus.
Okay, roll 1d6.
Okay. God dang it.
Nice. You heal 2.
Cool.
Wound closes partially. Okay, and then so Eli, seeing her also use it now and everything, I'll just tell you guys what the effect is. You can choose to describe it however you'd like to. Um, basically, if you bathe in the stuff and you were missing half or more of your hit points, you heal 1d6 per hit die.
Oh, nice.
So that's 8d6 for Sam. If you have if you have more than half, then it's just half. You heal half your hit dice. So it would have been 4d6 for him. These one little bottles, I'm just gonna say, is probably 1d6 or 2d6, depending on how much HP you have missing.
Okay.
Now, granted, like I said, they're fading rapidly. They probably won't last longer than 8 hours.
Okay.
Sorry, and then for the rest of the spring, the other effect is the one I already told you, where if you fail the fort save, you probably fall unconscious because like your body's using energy healing and stuff like that, so you just like get really relaxed and pass out. But if you succeed, then you get that heap of temporary hit points as well.
So you need me to roll a fort?
These bottles don't have that extra effect. They're too diluted. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, much smaller dose plus, an hour travel through the cold. They're not as powerful.
You grabbed 2, right, Sam?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let Dave have the other one. Just pour it over his head.
Which did?
Heal up that cut.
Yeah, it heals the cut.
Felt nice, didn't it?
Yeah, I was not expecting it though.
What I say about nature is every now and then you find something good about it. I mean, no, everything about nature is great.
I was gonna say, Sam.
I've been.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of things that are natural in the world that aren't super great.
Yeah, nature doesn't prescribe to morality. It just sort of does what it does.
It's nature.
I don't know. Mr. Gaia seems really nice. And the morality-wise, she seems on positive.
Mr. Gaia represents a certain part of nature. There's no just deity that's over all of it. It's too grand. There's too many aspects. Just like Caligral is a different sort.
Yeah, he would be the negative one.
Suppose you could call it that. But negative for who?
For those who like Mr. Gaia.
Yeah, if you look at Mr. Gaia as a positive, I guess you could see Caligral as negative.
I suppose if you look at nature that binary.
Right. It's all just, stuff.
That's what the guy who was at my house was, right? Caligral.
Yeah. He was. To refresh the memory, he was serving that. What he was doing was serving Caligral, but he hinted at the fact that he chooses sometimes differently. Yeah. What he was doing was in service to Caligral, but sometimes he does things in service to Mr. Gaia.
I think that Caligral does technically have his good bits. There was a gentleman that I found at my very nice home in the woods that nothing bad has ever happened to. He was there for no explicit reason, taking care of something for no explicit reason. I got a text. So I think that, yes, it is another part of nature that is necessary. I'm trying to read this real quick. It's from my mom.
I think was mine.
That's not great. Her friend's going through some problems.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Sorry.
Yeah. Which is why she's wanting to be over here a bunch and see me happy birthday outside my house and other things, but yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Carter, where were you?
Yeah, Caligral, necessary. My house is great. There's no zombies there.
Of course.
Well, we did consecrate it twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we poured a consecrate foundation.
But
foundation
I mean, we can worry about
Sturdy.
that kind of thing when we're back at home.
Tensile strength's not that great, but it's definitely solid. That's a fucking concrete joke that nobody gets.
I got it.
Except me.
I got
guess
it.
Patrick, yeah.
I don't even know
That's
concrete that well, but I still got it.
Guys, concrete has a supportive load where if you put pressure on it, it can hold a lot. But the moment you try and like bend it, it will just break.
Yep.
This is why they put rebar in it.
Yep.
In other metals and stuff like that, because that
Mhm.
absorbs some of that and reinforces it. Yes.
All
Yeah,
right,
you guys
so
are
should
back.
we go to bed
I got
tonight?
distracted. Yes.
To leave
uh,
for the morning.
Should we go to bed? I don't recommend staying up all night.
Yeah, it's
If that's what you
generally
mean.
pretty not dry.
I mean, I can come up with some stories that I can tell and probably invent some games. So that way we can stay up and we can talk about stuff.
I think so. I think it's
Sam,
sleeping.
you guys eat the meat tonight because you'll just give me the dream food.
Sure.
Yeah, because you did prepare that, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's what you want to do? You don't want to have snackage?
Yeah, no, I feel like it's a good thing to do the dream food tonight.
I mean, we can save some of that for tomorrow.
I mean, if it keeps until tomorrow, but it has to be enough for me to
Oh.
feel full. So I'd rather you guys, get some meat in your bones and feel good.
Don't you worry about the meat in my bones. I have plenty of meat where it should be.
Where
Yeah,
it's
I know.
supposed to be.
I know, Sam.
How do you
I don't
know?
like the way you said that. Yeah.
Yeah, Red's like tilting her head.
Oh. All right, and I'll cast. I guess it's close enough to bedtime. Dream
Yeah, you
feast.
see, you wait till it's close enough to bedtime or whatever, yeah.
Ooh, don't recover that one.
Nope.
So she gets it. Gotta sneeze.
Thank you.
Oh no! Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Did I get mutant time?
You did. So
Okay, I was like, reach for it.
I saw you reaching. No, Molly, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the third day in a row that you've had Dream Feast or something other than meat?
No, this is the first night.
The
So
first.
Yeah, because the other day I ate the last of the wolf meat I had.
Oh, while you guys were staying in this cave?
Yep.
Okay, never mind then.
No, I've been good. Well, I say good. I've been trying my best
Trying your best to what?
to balance
Yeah,
the
so what?
the actual food
Yeah.
and the dream food.
I've noticed. Okay, so
Ugh, it's okay.
I have to think. Alright, so you guys are gonna rest. No other RP, no specifics anybody's trying to do. I think we've established that. Cool.
Yep.
Just need to think about this one aspect really quick. Okay. So as you guys are resting through the night, Lamia, you're what, second watch?
Yeah.
Usually?
Yeah.
So it's like literally middle of the night.
Yep.
Neat. So we'll see. It's gonna be on the first part of we'll see the second part. Okay. So after your watch, you pass a watch over to Eli, and go try to get some shut eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me a will save.
I have my +2 thanks to the luck, which I'll need. God,
Yep,
my
still
will
within the
is,
same 24 hours.
My will is so pitiful. The 2 is on that.
Very good. That's a very good save. 23, really high. You keeping that?
Do you guys mind if I do 1 luck?
Go for it.
You'll know how much you have. Yep,
Yeah. Oh God, we have so many.
Yeah.
Thank you
do.
guys.
Locked.
All right, so that puts you at a 25. Holy shit. Okay, so in that case, I have some questions for you.
Oh good. Oh good.
I'm trying to think of how to present this because this is different than how I originally intended it. Okay. So Lamia is having just kind of in the middle of the night, and she's used to, or middle of her rest cycle, and she's used to this. Let me answer this question real quick. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So about you're kind of used to this sensation of kind of just hunger pains. Sometimes they sort of spike. Even with like Dream Feast and whatnot, it's like you get this just sort of. It's not even. That's not even actually the right way to put it. It's not a hunger pain. It's just like a craving spike. Almost like it's like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to go raid the kitchen. All of a sudden, it's not that you're starving. It's just like you really want something specific. You have that.
And it's almost never there.
It's like it's almost never fucking there.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, you want jalapeno
Where's the
poppers?
banana
They're
cream
not there.
pudding?
Yeah, exactly. Like, whatever it is, it's usually something sweet. But you're very used to this happening since your condition changed, right? To the point you barely really notice it anymore. But the craving has always been the same, enough that it's a little bit sickening because it's living flesh. It's what you want. And you can't turn that sensation off of being like, oh, I just want to take a bite out of something that's still moving. Your morals are still your morals. You still feel sickened by this. You don't like that sensation, but like that's what you want. So you wake up and you're like, yep, I want to bite the head off a squirrel. That's what I want right now.
Oh boy.
You have it under control enough at this point that it's not constantly into this like profane level of like you roll over and see Sam sleeping, you want to take a bite out of his shoulder. You're not having that.
Good.
But like at first you were, right? Like when you first encountered this, it was just like, fuck, dude, like I don't like that that's what my brain is happening. So you've gotten to the point where it's not that bad now. But you still just you want blood, you want fresh blood, you want fresh meat. Except this time there's a bit of a nebulous piece to it. This craving isn't quite so much, oh, you want to go like, you know, eat the entrails directly out of a bird or something. This is nothing like that. It's just you do feel that same this craving sense, but like it's not as specific. I'm curious how Lamia would feel about that, like with noticing, oh, I don't want to eat something living right now, I just want to eat something.
I think the first thing she'll think is Deluxe Effects okay?
I mean, you don't really know.
No, yeah, she'll just basically.
Do you want him to be okay? Is like what's on her mind?
It's mixed feelings. You know, because the whole, like, yeah, I hate you kind of ruined my life, but you also kind of made it okay. But also, I hate you trying to spread yourself. But I'm gonna be the last one to stop you. Darn it. So she has mixed feelings on that. Overall, him being okay wouldn't be a terrible thing.
Okay. Would you say so? I'm curious then. What is Lamia's goal with this? Because it seems like every time there's talk of, oh, we can probably fix this, she seems kind of down on those ideas. How does she see this going? Like, how does she see this whole Deluxe Fist situation turning out? What is her ultimate goal with it?
So, in a weird way, she kind of thinks, like, you know what? Maybe Deluxe Effects is kind of like a ghost, in that, hey, he just needs something to help him pass, kind of thing. That's the idea she has, but how to go about it. She doesn't know, and she doesn't really want to speak about that because then that's possession kind of stuff and etc. And she doesn't know about that kind of stuff either. So she's down because it's like, oh, that's not quite the way I'd like to go about this, but if that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do.
Okay. So what about the powers that he gives you?
Well, she likes the positive stuff, but she hates being hungry all the time. She hates it. She wants to be able to eat candy again. Wants to not look at Sam's shoulder and be like, can I just have, like, one bite?
You just have to change your definition of candy. I mean...
Fruit is nature's candy, and apparently squirrels are in the Luxifix. It's fine.
Yeah. Just pop them in one after the other. They're the right size. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you don't get an answer of any kind or anything. When you're like,
that's fine.
It's okay. So, do you try to do anything about it? Do you try to go eat something? Is she just like, I don't pass. I'm gonna go back to sleep. Like,
no. She'll get up and look like outside down the cave part and be like, anything out there? Okay,
it's probably just Eli doing his rounds.
Yeah. She'll look at Eli for a second and ponder, like, should I scare him? No. Let's not do that. And then go back to bed.
So you just go back to sleep. Cool.
Wise choice.
Rockets. That hurt.
Yep. That's
so. Eli, when you come back up through the tunnel, you hear someone singing.
I don't like that.
And it seems to be coming from Lamia. You don't understand the lyrics. You're not even sure if it's words or if it's just like sort of ad-libbing like to like this melody, just like melodic, almost operatic a cappella type vocals, right?
Okay.
There is something immediately that strikes you as like sorrowful about the singing. And it's not loud, it's kind of quiet, it's kind of soft and somber. But you definitely hear it pretty clearly. I don't even think you guys have heard Lamia sing before. Let's see. So Molly, so Lamia is natively Ulis. Singing is a big deal in Ulis culture. So it's likely you have sung before. You've probably even had rudimentary lessons or just have sung with your family or your grandma or just somebody before multiple times. I would compare it to like, compared to non-Ulis, Ulis people are good singers. Like, to a person. It's just a part of their culture. You've just had more practice than others doing it and being comfortable with it. Doesn't necessarily mean you are a good singer.
Yeah.
That's still up to you. But because confidence can carry a performance, right? So Ulis are just generally going to be more confident singers, not necessarily, and a little bit more practiced, but you're not all classically trained. So it's up to you whether you're good at it or not.
I'm going to say the Rock's performance in Moana, kind of.
So like passable.
Yes.
Yeah, it's passable singing. Would you have probably sung at some point in front of the group before or around them? So you guys have been around each other for a while now?
Eli may have heard it like when she's crafting, but otherwise not really. It's mostly like I'm concentrating on something, so I'm gonna sing now. Well,
if it's that passive, I would say they probably have both heard it because you guys have camped together enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, there are lots of what's the word I'm looking for? Monotonous tasks and things you have to do, cleaning, maintenance, gear, that kind of stuff. So, I would say they probably have. It's still up to you if not, but
no, if it's monotonous stuff and she's just focusing on whatever it is,
then Eli, since you've heard her sing before, it would strike you that this whatever song she's going through now is it's a bit of a step up in skill.
Okay.
You don't know if that's because of something supernatural going on, or if it's just that, like, being asleep, having no inhibitions, maybe it's just that she's more all in to this performance in a way. You can see Red, who's not sleeping, is just kind of sitting sort of off to the side and is sort of humming along. And when you come in, she's like, "She do this often?"
Oh, first time.
"Oh, you look right spooked."
I mean, sleep singing's weird, right?
I
Look like confused. Okay, yeah.
I think the sharp teeth and then the red eyes are a bit weirder, but that's just me.
Oh, that is
Normally Demi
unfortunately
don't have
rather
those.
normal. No, there's a bit of a, not my story to tell, but there's a bit of a story with that, and then, so unfortunately that one's a bit more normal.
I bet there is. She just leaves it at that. But cool. Otherwise, the night passes without further events, and we will go on break.
Hooray.
Let's come back at 9:30.
9:30.
You guys can just fall up if you wanted. Yeah, sure, watch.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Away! We'll be back in 15. Returned. We're back. We're back. You see our faces again. Ooh, look.
Hello.
I was
Beautiful.
gonna make the same joke we've made before, but I stopped myself, so I'm proud of myself.
We're back in black.
No, that's a better one than I was thinking. No, I was thinking we're back a dinosaur story.
Oh, yeah. Don't get Deli started.
Sit still there.
I think that's one of the ones. Yeah. Yeah, this was one of those Morrowind on the Xbox loading screens where it is sneakily resetting your Xbox to free up memory.
Oh, right.
Anyway, so
I'm showing the loading screen. So, yeah, you guys rest. So if you were still missing any hit points, you can heal your level plus con bonus.
yay, I'm fully healed now.
How
Which-
nice for you.
I don't remember if I've said that since Denozo's gotten back. That's a house rule of ours normally. In Pathfinder, you heal just your level overnight as natural healing. But I let people add their con bonus because we voted on it before all this. So that's what they wanted. Which, of course, they did.
Yeah, we get more health.
Yeah. Because if you dump stat your con, you deserve to die.
Yeah, average bear, wherever you're lurking at.
But yeah, so morning comes around.
You're going on a hit list calling him his full name.
And you hear you can hear through the tunnel that the wind seems to be about where it was last night. It's not quite, it hasn't picked up into another storm or anything crazy like that, so you're still in decent conditions to travel in, at least considering where you are, right?
Awesome. Okay.
Yay.
So for Dave,
Killing a bug.
we don't have any extra winter clothings, do we?
No. But for Dave, sorry. We could equip him decently with the whatever animal fur that was. Did I ever figure out what animal that was? I think I did a check and I didn't succeed.
Correct.
The fur. The miscellaneous fur. We could get him pretty covered in that. It wouldn't be great, but
Well, I was thinking because of these gloves, it's a little harder to feel cold. I could give him my winter clothing for now.
that's sized for you though.
Yeah, I know it's a bit bigger, but it'd still be
Yeah.
warmer than this.
He-
Not really clothes.
I know
fur.
I'm the smallest because we have the Sylph Winds outside, right? Or do we walk? We just walked. I forget.
Well, we did the Sylph Winds to a certain point, and then we started walking.
Yeah. So we can probably call this Sylph Winds. But there's still only 3.
Yeah,
So
they
we're
can
gonna have
fit
to
2
ride
people
double.
each. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to ride double. That's the other thing I was thinking. I was like, yeah, who?
I think you already agreed to let Red ride with you.
Yeah. I was just thinking of like, yeah, whoever he's with, he could just cuddle up with real well and just kind of. Because he's what, 12? Something I
He's,
forget.
14 or 15.
14, 15. Okay, so he's hit that growth
Or
spurt probably.
He's, yeah. Or I guess I said 13 or 14 because I meant for him to technically not be an adult by the rules yet. Once you get 15, you're technically like an adult as far as like classes and rules and stuff go.
Mm-mm.
At least as a demi.
That's up to whoever he rides with, I guess.
Let's see. Well, you have Red, so
Yeah, it's not gonna be me.
Eli, you're keeping your clothes on, and if I'm going to give him my clothes, shut up.
Yes, I am. I have decided I don't want to be frostbitten all over, so I'm wearing clothes in the winter. It's crazy.
So it might be better to bunch more clothes with more clothes. So he should ride with Eli, is what I'm thinking.
This is what we do. We put him in the Fey burrito thing, and we'll wrap him up in that, and then wrap him in the fur, and we'll just throw him on the back, and he can just be a burrito.
I thought we were just also gonna like wrap him in winter blankets since we have those as well.
Yeah.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What we've been sleeping with.
Yeah. You give him whatever crude fur
Yeah.
armor you got, and then just tons and tons of blankets. I guess you like tie them to him. Like, I'm trying to think of like how logistically he's going to keep all this stuff on himself and also hold on to the person he's riding with.
He looks like the kid from A Christmas Story where his arms are just out.
I give him my arms down.
That's going to make it real tough to stay on a horse.
Yeah, the whole person.
We
Yeah.
can just lash him to it.
Sam's answer to everything. Tie him to it. It's fine.
Yeah. Let me get out my tie downs.
Only we had ratchet straps. Yeah.
Ratchet straps. Yeah, that's what tie down, ratchet strap, close enough.
I'm looking through my inventory, so that's what I'm doing. Let me see if there's anything that will help.
I could. Oh yeah, I need to prepare my spells. I slept. Give me spells, please, Mr. Gaia.
Also, who's he riding with? Who did you decide?
I guess me.
Okay.
I mean, I could.
I would suggest he ride with whoever has the better riding skill.
Not me,
Oh.
but
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Probably
I don't have
gonna
a.
be me.
Let's see. No. You get the girl.
I know, but
It's fine. I have a 7.
I have a 9.
It sounds like you're trained.
I am trained.
that's more than me.
I have 4 ranks into it.
Yeah.
It's
So
also way more than me.
yeah, Eli
I have
can
5
ride a
ranks.
horse, but he can't do anything fancy. And if something bad happens, well, yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, logically, that's probably how you guys would do it. Is like, you guys know Eli is not a practiced rider. He can ride a horse. He's not. He can ride a bike. He can't do fucking BMX tricks.
Oh no,
Like,
yeah.
He can't even jump the bike. Like, he can't do any tricks, but he can ride the
Also-
fucking thing. Like,
Also, my rank is only what it is because I have armor on. If I don't have the armor on, it's 10. But I'm keeping the armor on.
so it sounds like
it's-
you are the most skilled rider. Because you can even make up for the fact you're wearing heavy armor. Like, but you wouldn't stick. You're not going to stick the person you think is the most vulnerable on the back of the horse with the person who was already the most vulnerable and the least likely to be able to do anything if something happens.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
All right, so he'll
Eli
ride
is
with me.
way better equipped to help if something happens on your horse, Lamia, and he needs to help you than he is if something happens. Like, yeah, just obviously. Are you gonna link to the Umbral, Dave?
Can you
I was
link?
wondering if you were looking up the Umbral bloodline for Denozo.
No.
I will.
I
You're good.
clicked the wrong can though.
Okay. I can use the robe
I
of
got it.
infinite twine
Already
to
got it,
wrap.
I wasn't reading the chat. Sorry.
No, I already got it. You're good.
Okay.
To wrap the blankets around Dave.
It's not really a check. It's just how many. So yeah. Weird fur cloth armor stuff aside, how many blankets are you trying to put on this guy?
We could probably
see.
do like one per leg and then one over like his torso. That'd be 3. Because if you tie one like mid
for the sake of
going
this,
over one side,
just for the
making
sake
like
of this
dress.
not becoming wool math, yeah, we'll
Thank
say
you.
you do as many as you can, because I'm already sitting here overthinking. Like, if you put a whole blanket on both this dude's legs, how is he going to straddle a horse? And, like,
yeah,
but, yeah, we'll just say
being more like a dress or a
yeah.
that type
It's
of
like
thing.
you
know?
put him up on the horse first, and then you kit him out with all the stuff, right?
Yeah.
And just hope to God he doesn't need to do anything athletic while he's on the back of his horse.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. So you guys get him outfitted and all that stuff. He seems a little bit kind of embarrassed. Like, it's kind of like he's a teenager, but he's kind of having the treatment of like putting the kid into the car seat and like he's gotta having like you guys are having to do all this stuff. He has no idea how to protect himself in this case. But you get him up there with Lamia, on top of a Sylphwind, which is pretty nice. You guys gear up and kick off. I believe we already discussed. You guys you're moving at like safe pace, right?
Yeah.
A trot essentially for a Sylphwind. So pretty much normal horse speed, which is fine. You're not that far from the Ved camp. Not that far at all. In fact, I believe that takes you less than an hour. It does. No, it takes you exactly 1 hour of travel, just straight across. So, in that case, I need a single fortitude save.
Yep.
From each of you, still benefiting, of course, from the cold resistance.
Oh wait, do I have
not
to
the cold resistance? The what's it called?
the
Winter clothes. The winter
yes.
clothes. Yeah.
Do I actually have to do it? Because I do have cold resistance right now.
Which how much you have? 10?
5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Set fortitude, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
DC 15.
I was like,
I'll boot the thing again. We are in regular cold for now. Still need one from Eli also.
Yeah, gotcha. Coming right up. I forgot about you clicky on the sheet, no clicky on the thing because of the modifier. So I was like, why isn't it rolling? So I clicked it like 5 times.
27.
There we go.
Plenty. Alrighty. Each hour, so it's just 1 check, so you guys make it back to the Ved camp. Sweet. Let's go back to the Ved camp. Actually, fuck. Let me go back there first before I do something stupid. Ook. Oh, yep. I'm glad I looked. All right. Off of that layer. Oh shit! I don't have a token for Dave. Hold on a second. I can get one really easily. Where Fook? Alright. Almost.
Oh, we made sure to bring the head, right?
I'm sure you did.
Oh no!
Sam wasn't leaving without it. Come on.
Okay. So, alright, sweet. Now I can move you guys over to the giant camp. Now that it's properly prepared. Pretty sure I hit all the shit I need to hit. Cool. There we go. There you guys are. Alright, and I gave... Everybody's got their own token. Oh yeah, I bet Denozo hasn't seen the art yet. None of it's like... I didn't like pay for art like Scott does. This is just stuff people found. So there. Oh wait, I have to do the shift thing.
I knew that's what you were gonna do for Dave.
And then that's Sam. And that's Lamia. Oh, here's Red. And then there's Dave. There you go.
It's a good one. You got my like confused or rigging face or something, which is a great one.
For some reason, I thought you were gonna like get like a picture that his mom has of him as a kid, like.
Oh
something.
boy.
It's just like the first thing I thought of, and I was
Good
like,
luck finding one of those, buddy.
yeah.
Right.
There's not very many of them.
Denozo says Dave is so realistic. Yeah, I found a different kind of art style for that pick. I just figured, you know, it's just whatever I could find.
Not AI generated though, you know.
Yeah, not AI generated this time. A lot of the stuff
because
is.
there's no fingers.
They're
merged.
Yeah.
Fingers sticking out of random places.
Yeah, no feed either, so you can tell
What
it's
if-
not Rob Liefeld.
One thing that
How
I
many pouches
insulted.
does he have?
What creature was it that I insulted by saying it had AI generated hands? What creature was that?
the freaking Demagogue.
It was on Friday. The Demagoth,
Demagogue.
yeah. Because its fingers were weird. Yeah.
It has 5 hands, so it just has a hand sticking out of its chest.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That was fun. Anyway, so you guys get back. And immediately right in. Without really any trouble, you see a bunch of the vet out there. They seem to quickly recognize you because you're the only crazy motherfuckers out here riding Sylph Winds. You know, just in winter clothes in a small group. They do seem a bit guarded when you get there and you start to like unbundle enough of Dave that he can like see out of the blankets and stuff he's in.
Yeah.
They do seem to like kind of stare at him a little more closely. When finally the wise man, who's listed here as the custodian of decay, he approaches and says, "You return victorious, I assume."
Look over to Sam.
What? Oh, yeah. I reach into wherever I have this, probably wrapped up in a thing, head, and I'll just like, you want me to? Do you want it, or you? Oh, yeah, here. Just hand it to him.
He takes it and unwraps it and just nods. "Well done. That could not have been an easy task.
It was not.
And yet all of you remain among the living.
For now.
Clinging to this side of the cycle."
Yeah, I had a close brush there.
Close enough. Seems not. Congratulations on your victory. And that one, He seems to be motioning at Dave.
Hmm.
Picked up a stray on your venture.
Yeah, he was
Lamia puts like her hand on his shoulder since
Dave's?
he's riding with her.
Yeah. Yeah, as a young one, we found in some trouble. We're gonna try and do what's best for him, get him back. Maybe with some of those people we're gonna send back to the city. Try and give him a normal life.
Be careful with that. Are you so sure he's not? He kind of looks him up and down, tainted like some of the others who have returned.
Now I washed him pretty good with some good spring water we found out there.
You jest. But lives hang in the balance if you are wrong.
It's true.
What is your definition of tainted?
Changed in the way that hag has done so many of our youth, so that they appear normal for a time, until they enact some sick, forlorn revenge on those who were closest to them. An act of fear and terror.
Well, I mean, we did all the checking we could, and we can't really tell because we didn't know him before either. But seems normal enough.
And wouldn't it be hard to duplicate his bloodline?
Red's here, right?
Yeah.
She vouches for him, I think. Right?
I do. Yes.
So,
The Vixen does good work, but I wouldn't count her among the most trustworthy of creatures. She just flutters her eyelashes at him.
Now, hey, that's not a really nice way to talk about a lady, but... Or is that like an appropriate term for your kind, Vixen? Really, that's
take
just
it as a
talk I heard
compliment.
from my grandma used to say about the city women.
I'm
don't be
far
hanging
from
around
that.
them Vixens. Yeah, that.
I've only visited a couple of cities, and mostly to steal things.
Hmm.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. The half Kassir lady, Ishla, is she still doing all right?
She is somewhat recovered. Resting by the fire still, as you see. I'm sure she'll wake soon. As for this one, what do you wish to do with him? Taking him with you?
Well, at least back to our group, and then we intended to keep going back to our original plan.
Good. He would not be welcome here.
Not even with y'all show reverence for magical gifts. That's not accepted since he's been with a hag.
He shakes his head. Those who have gone with her sometimes return with gifts. Regardless of my own thoughts and divinations, it is up to the people to decide what to trust and what to destroy. I would not protect the boy from what those others around see fit to do with someone they do not see as a valuable asset. It is not my responsibility. The few charges I take under my wing are my responsibility. Take him with you, as you planned.
Perfect, thank you.
Should suspicion arise to his allegiance, however, I advise you take swift and decisive action. He says, staring directly at Dave, who's not meeting his gaze.
Lamia will rub his back.
Red kind of whispers to you. She's just like, I'm trying not to mimic the Australian accent, sorry.
It's hard sometimes.
What? Oh.
Fuck, dude, I can't get it out of my head. Stop it, Dave.
You can just say normal, and I'll pretend it's her.
She says, it's like, he's a bit of a hard ass, isn't he?
Well, I think these lands are pretty hard, so. Which I understand completely. If you can't trust somebody, especially somebody with power, you best do something where you can alleviate your worry. Especially if you have a community to protect.
He seems to nod at that and kind of accepting what you say as true.
I understand. Not. I don't think I'd go about it the same way you would, but I definitely understand where you're coming from. Once a dog starts killing chickens, you gotta find that dog a new home.
I believe I picked up on your meaning. That's all he leaves it at. As he's finishing saying that, you see Isha, so over there by the fire, finally sits up. You see, as described before, half Kassir, young woman. Excuse me. There we go. He has art now.
Wow.
Okay. Sits up looking not quite that god damn it. Not quite that vibrant upon first waking up, a bit more disheveled. A little bit more of the raccoon eyes, just like kind of dark circles around them.
Looks like she's been sick, yeah.
Looks like she's been sick, yeah, and then she's like still kind of getting over it a little bit clammy. But she kind of like blinks a few times and then scoots a little bit closer to the fire, like pulls the blankets around herself a little bit more, but you can see that she's like awake now. The other kid that you met is not currently out here. You don't see him.
Bummer for him.
I'll turn back to the holy man. He like, has the fish harvest been well? Y'all have been getting enough?
It's grown since you were here last. Good omen.
Good. Good bean.
You've done right by us. Go ahead.
I just said good bean under my breath. But that's good. That's something to worry about. Of make sure people are strong.
It is passable. But you have done right by us. Our agreement stands. Peace between us. And shelter should you need it from the cold for now.
May take you up on that.
Quickly.
Yeah, we gotta go back south for a while. We're headed back up this way. We have a few found spots. Found some hot springs up near the Hag's hideout that are quite warm. Perhaps you might make use of them sometimes in your travel. If you have a map, I could show you where they're at.
I believe I know the location. Could be useful. A bit far for now. The cold isn't too bothersome here.
If you are nomadic at all and have to change places, that's up there. I will warn you that that young warg is still up in that area. has started collecting his own severe thunderstorm.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
I was wondering. I was like, why is my phone?
Warg is in that area, and he's starting his own pack.
You'd not slay him, then.
Not
Okay.
just to begin.
Yeah.
You'll be dealt with in time. You plan to head north quickly, or do you need to stay here?
About what time of day is it?
It's morning. It took you an hour to get
Morning.
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. No, we'll probably. Do you think we could make it to the camp back here in one day?
Big map.
I guess it would be good if
Back to the main camp and then back to this one again.
Yeah, I forgot our name already.
Probably pretty easy.
Ishla. Because it depends on if Ishla is ready to travel south or not.
Let's see, that's a total of 18 miles. You've traveled 6, so that would be... Excuse me, sorry. 24.
That's easy peasy on horse or
Right.
on Silkwind.
Yeah, that'd be a total of 24 miles today, so easy, yeah. Only, that's roughly about half your miles for the day as it is. So is that the plan?
What do you think, Eli?
I mean, that sounds like the plan to me.
Oh man, so I don't want to volunteer, y'all.
No,
to
it sounds
rough
good for
it.
me. We were taking Isla with us, weren't we?
I don't think we're taking her to the cradle.
No, not to the cradle, but to the the big
The
Yeah.
summer
group.
camp, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the deal of going back there today. It's only really if she's capable. I think she just has to be able to ride. In theory, be well enough for that.
She will go when you leave.
I guess I need to figure out what she speaks. You know, Kasir. Look at Eli.
Just like hold my hands up.
Maybe Dave can translate for us.
That's like asking that's like asking someone if they know like fucking ancient Mesopotamian or something.
Oh,
like
do they not? Do they not speak Kasir? What do they speak?
No. All the racial languages are the ones that are super ancient.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I just
Sorry.
hold my hands up.
That's
Well,
me
but
forgetting.
because I have, also because I have a fancy ring, it's possible I do that because that ring helps me know Necrol, which is not something I should know.
No.
Mhm.
So, but that's the weird language I got from that.
I guess I will, since this was my NPC I helped, I'll go talk to her. Yeah, making me talk to pretty ladies. How dare you?
How dare, right? I mean,
So many
Right.
pretty ladies. This is like your worst.
How are
nightmare.
both of them gonna ride on my horse with me?
No.
Yeah, don't make the face talk to them. You just
no. I'll take every opportunity to not do my job.
I mean, you're the only one that has space left, Eli.
I mean, yeah.
But I'm not
I-
about talking.
Yeah. Oh, I could.
It's my job
Yes,
to talk. So I'll take every opportunity to not do my job.
Not call animal. Where the hell is it?
comprehend languages.
No. Christ, why can't I see it? Leadblade, speak with animals. Glide, hide from animals, call animals. Carry encompass. Carry companion. Oh, no, it's a level 2 spell. Never mind. I thought it was a level 1 spell. I was like, I could cast carry companion on one of the horses or Silkwinds, and they could just carry 3 people easily. In theory, it would be a space issue, but like they wouldn't be overloaded. Because literally at some point it becomes, how do you fit that many stuff on thing?
Yeah. Two is pretty much the limit to safely ride for medium creatures. So are you gonna go talk to this person, or are you gonna beg Eli to do it, or are you just gonna be like, "Hey, get on this horse"? It's like,
I ride up on the silkwood. I go, "You woman, you're coming with me." No. No.
I mean, you can tell the wise man here. Just be like, just tell her to get on the horse, and like he'll put her on the horse.
No, because this is.
He's not gonna be like super nice about it, but he's not gonna like kick her, probably.
I'll go up and I'll try my language first.
Cool.
Not ooze, but ooh, yes. We'll say Ishla to get her attention.
She looks up at you.
Do you understand the words I'm saying? Or do you understand the words I'm saying? And
just like immediate frown of a person who has no idea what you just said.
Yeah, I'll switch to ooze. How about this one? Do you understand this language?
She looks over to one of the Ved, who just nods, giant head nod. Understand.
Good
Learned
enough. All right.
Letters. Mm-hmm.
Now we made a deal to, this is only if you want it, to go back down south because they don't believe you're going to be able to make it here.
Ishla will be stronger. She will be stronger. We'll survive.
Now you're wearing my coat.
Looks down at it. It's a nice coat.
You probably wouldn't have made it without it.
She turns a little bit red, just a little bit. You can tell that she's not fully healthy yet. Is magic?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I think you would do better if you go. Well, we got some people down south who have came from even further south. I think you get back in that climate and you get rested up, you get much stronger, and you'd be better off. I just think you're having a rough time of it. And we managed to make a deal for you to come with us if you would like that.
Wait,
I can't.
Who shrugs? Good.
Yeah, I can't force you to come with me. I mean, I could tell them to make you do that, but I'm not going to. I'm just saying that I would like for you to. I try to save people where I can.
Okay. She quickly looks over at the wise man and starts just rattling off. It's definitely Sylvan. It's way too fast for you to catch any words of it. Give me a sense motive real quick, Sam.
Yeah, sure. Oh shit! This is when I went to I went to this Mexican cafe / grocery store. None of them spoke English, but I got some bomb ass carnitas.
Yeah.
And basically, I was behind a guy. I held the door open for as I was coming in. He came right behind me, so I held the door open for him, and he got something. And I was like, "Oh, so what's good here? I've never been here." And they're like, "No." And I was like, "Oh shit." So I looked at him. I was like, "Should I just go what you got?" And he went, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, I'll have what he got."
Nice.
Yeah, and it was really good.
That's
Hell
the,
yeah,
that's the
dude.
tech right there.
It
is
was-
just get whatever the people who go there normally get.
It was a to-go box packed full of rice, beans, carnitas, and tortillas
Hell yeah,
for
dude.
$14. And I was like, "Damn, that's a lot of food
Hell
for $14." Okay, sense motive, just straight.
Yeah, just straight, yeah.
Yeah, because you're. The Mitchie ice next to me is really good too.
You're just a
It's
little
kinda
bit
like
too
that.
confused to pick out to get a specific tone from this.
15's for a hunch, right?
That's 20 for a hunch,
Mhm.
actually.
Oh, is it 20 for a hunch?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mhm.
It's not the lowest DC. Sometimes you can pick up other things, but to give some serious insight into the situation, you need 20 or higher.
So luck.
This
would
wasn't
not have
the-
helped at all. Yeah.
Well, I'll say this DC is not for a hunch specifically. It's just to read kind of the expression and that kind of stuff. It's just different than a hunch.
Okay. I'm not gonna spend luck on this. I don't think so.
Okay.
It's one of those things. So if it was a little higher, I probably would.
Okay. So yeah, you're just not able to kind of pick up anything other than just, oh shit, she's suddenly talking really fast. And then the wise man barks something back very harsh. Like, again, you don't really know the word he said, but all of you get this, like, innate sense of, like, that's whatever that instinct that triggers when your parent uses the parent voice.
Oh no.
And especially when it's out of nowhere, when like you didn't know you were crossing a line, and they're just like they just snap out there with like your middle name. Oh my god! Like, you all gotta get that sudden shiver for a second of like, oh shit, what happened? And like it seems to get everyone's attention. You even see the Ved, these giant ass Ved, all seem to sit up a little straighter and look over at the wise man when that happens. And like. They notice that, like, he's looking at Ishla, so they all relax. It's just, like, a moment of, like, oh, fuck.
Am I in trouble? Okay, that wasn't me.
Then he rattles off a few other words at her, and she just, like, very quickly, like, sinks down and, like, lowers her gaze. And he says something else and points at you, Sam, and she looks up at you. And he stops speaking. And there's just kind of this odd, tense moment. Where you could almost imagine, like if you were in class and, like, a teacher did this, you'd imagine you see, like, tears in a student's eyes. Where they'd be like, I just got yelled at. She's not tearing up or anything. She just looks kind of shocked, like, oh, fuck. This... but that's all you can get is that, like, oh, fuck, he said some shit that snapped her into, like, paying attention to you, Sam. And she says, thank you. What is south? Where? Who is south?
Well, we have some friends we guided up here into these lands against our knowledge that these lands are not supposed to be crossed into. Sorry, I'll make it brief and easy for you. Some trailblazers trying to get some furs and stuff like that up here. Further south is cities and communities.
Cities. City. Big, huts like trees? Big.
Yes.
Nods. The trail blazer? She like, shakes her head like she doesn't know what that is.
Group of people that came up here to, I'm kind of doing hand motions of to kind of help describe what it's like, you know, south cities here, snow, they go into it, make a camp to establish more.
Frontier.
Because that's what they try and do. They try and go up to establish camps and things like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Not poacher.
Not intentionally.
You haven't been poaching. I mean.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not supposed to be up here killing stuff either, though. You know, to be ancient rules and.
But again, not intentionally would be a good way to.
If you cross into somebody's land you're not supposed to be on, and you start hunting, that's kind of poaching. You know,
really, you're not supposed to be settling.
Yeah.
But
oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. A little bit more sense. And I don't know how. I know like modern royalty, or I say modern. Our world's royalty is like, oh, you can't hunt deer. Those are the king's deer.
Right. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that kind of. Yeah. Like here, it's like that king didn't raise this deer. Nature did.
Yeah.
And if that's the king's deer, that's the king's 8 and he needs to pay for my cart because
the king's 8
Does she have any other questions?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Why? Why Ishla? Many die here. Not strong enough. Why? Why?
I've done some things I'm not happy about. People have died. And I'm just trying to save who I can when I can. And it looked like you needed help. And after talking to, I don't remember, did we get the other guy's name? That guy who was dealing with us more? Also not,
No.
oh god. Yeah, we never got that dude's name, did we? You kind of pointed her out to us. It was like,
Yeah.
she's
I don't
she's
think
probably
he
gonna
did.
die. Another man here.
Oh wait, we did get the hearth name, I think.
Yeah, you got his hearth.
Bortalo.
Bortalo.
Bortalo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Hearth Bortalo gentleman.
Oh. Okay.
And according to him, we were, with how they deal with people that don't make it up here, you probably weren't going to be around. So your best
Probably
chance
not.
of surviving and doing well in this world with your life is to go down south and try and make it there. Now, my employer could possibly give you a job. Worst case scenario, I'm sure you're surely good at something. In any kind of
City job?
I mean, I got a house you can live in. I'm not going to be there all the time. It's totally fine. Nothing bad's ever happened there. It's got chickens.
Sam.
I feel like I'm probably not here. There's a disclosure agreement, like requirement for when people die horrifically in a place. Like, not die regular, but die horrifically.
Look, no one has died there since I took ownership of it.
You can be there, by the way. It's not a very big village. So-
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I wouldn't have necessarily said that in character.
You're kind of there twice, if you think about it.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to tell people about the stuff. Like, yeah, you need to tell the people that happened there. It's like Dave, like a mini me situation. I mean, that's. Sorry, I just realized I was like this, like leaned up. But we're not gonna just take you down south and dump you off somewhere. You're gonna get taken care of. We're gonna try and get you somewhere to have food, shelter.
Oh, okay. Thank you for magic coat.
I would like that back once we get down south.
Yes. She's like already taking it off.
No, you can wear it for now, and once we get down south with the Trailblazers, I can take it back. I got another coat that somebody is borrowing. Look at Red. I say coat.
She just winks
I
at
have a surplus of clothes at the moment. Usually I am the one with the least amount because I was bigger than all my siblings.
Yes.
She's getting a little lost, like you're talking too fast.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Plus the accent.
I would like to believe that. Yeah. Sam being not the old, he's middle child, I'll assume. And at some point, his growth spurt happened, and he just shot above his older siblings. Yeah, I'm 5'3" now. I'm the tallest. I can reach the top shelves.
Her, like,
Those
3'6".
cookies are mine.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. It is funny to imagine it, like, especially if it's like overnight.
Yeah. Just my Dave feet are sticking out from under the blanket. Just imagine. That's how I imagine Dave sleeps. Is like literally the smallest blanket, and just arms and legs are all sprawled out outside of it. Not that I like to think how Dave sleeps a lot, but
Your dad just comes in there, just like, "Damn, boy."
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like the PJs I was wearing are like, the buttons are strained. It's like, something happened.
God.
Oh, you're lucky or something,
Fucking trying to like get accustomed. You know how it's like you get like kind of clumsy and stuff when you first go through your growth spurt because your limbs are just drastically different size than what you're used to. Can you imagine going from a small to a medium creature in like the span of like 2 weeks? It's just how gangly and awkward you would be.
Just keep stubbing your toes on stuff, hitting your head, banging your
dude,
shoulders.
you're like hitting your funny bone on everything. Like, god damn. Anyway, so we get through that, and she'll eventually rise and just say, "Leave now? Leaving?"
Do you feel you're well enough to ride for a while?
Yes. Cough lingers.
Do I have heal?
You do. You're the only one that's trained in heal.
Can I kind of check out to see how well she is?
Yeah.
And if Cure Light Wounds will do anything even after that. So heal.
Oh, you rolled a 1. Of course you did, Sam.
All right, Dave.
Good
What
job,
kind of
buddy.
snail does he find?
Ooh, because it's the same kind that my kid got in a Kinder Egg. It's got a green body with a tan shell.
Green body tan shell. So yeah, you're trying to examine her.
Reach. Yeah. I think this was in my coat. Don't worry about that.
As far as you can tell, she seems fine. It probably is just a lingering cough.
No.
No other insight other than that.
Have you eaten yet today? Did you eat? Jeet?
Jeet?
Yeah, I point at the food. Did you eat
Sounds
some?
tertiate. Oh,
Does sound
Eat.
good to Shane.
yes. Soup.
Well, if you got some food in here, we can probably head out pretty quick. That way we can still make good time. I look at my non-existent watch. Because
Yeah. So you're looking at the shadows and kind of where the sun is.
and I do this, and I look at the shadow under my on the snow. I'm like, yeah, okay, so it's half past arm.
You hear a loud crash come from up north of you, like something large moving through the trees.
Hand on sword.
I guess we'll look at north.
You can see some of the trees moving. Something seems to be moving west through them.
We're not
several
west, though.
somethings, in fact.
Yeah.
Like you're looking up to the north, and whatever's up north of you is moving to the west.
I will look to the holy man. Like,
So, he seems to be kind of like following the sound and motion with his eyes for a moment, and he says, "The master's visit.
We need to leave.
should we leave?
You don't want to be seen fleeing. They will give chase."
We need to gently walk our way back.
He
think
points
they're
over
still-
into this tent, says, "The Sylphans are smart enough to leave on their own. Take refuge in that tent.
Well, all right then. Thank you very much.
Sit quietly and do not speak unless asked."
Hey,
Yep.
do you mind if I
I'll
get
just
one
give
of
a
these
thumbs
fish?
Yeah, you grab some fish bones while you're there.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just gonna take these bones. You're fucking weird. Go ahead.
Gonna heat it up and eat it slowly and surely.
Okay, so you guys all move. You can move your tokens or whatever over there to the tent if you like, or stay out in the open, and I'll do whatever I feel like. That works too.
I'm moving my
Ooh,
token now.
snack.
So I can zoom in a lot more.
Dave, come
Yeah.
with us.
I
Yeah,
can't move
and
Dave.
other Dave.
I was gonna move Dave. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
So you guys go hole up in there. So there's good news and bad news. I imagine, Eli, you would be the first to notice because it's you. As you guys are moving towards this tent, you recall that this is where you saw that one Ved who was wrapped up in the blanket that does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
This is where it
Gross.
was.
Gross. It's terrible. I hate this.
And as you get into the tent, like I imagine you're like going in, you're not looking around, your eyes just immediately snap to the corner where you can see this bundled up, somewhat dirty blanket. It's the blanket.
Oh, it's worse now. Nobody touch it. Nobody touch it.
So, I'm gonna just imagine you're probably moved to this side of the tent.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side of the tent from it. As far away from it as I can be.
And yeah, so it's
I'll
definitely
get
in
dirty
there. And there we go. In general, the tent smells kind of gross. It's just it smells sort of like animal musk and BO and other stuff, but it's like whatever. This is just how these places are sometimes. But you continue to hear that crashing noise. It seems to be closer and closer. It is several somethings. It's not just a thing. Just big creatures moving through the woods. Everything in your being is like, why the fuck am I sitting in this spot while that gets closer? But obviously, you're all like, listen to Wise Man. You know, hopefully he's not just gonna like. Hopefully this isn't a ploy, right?
Right. I did have that idea to have sense motive it, but I was
we
also
did do
like,
him a solid.
Exactly.
Now, granted, think about that. You did do him a solid, but if he were, say, evil,
Yeah.
and this was a good opportunity to get rid of you and gain another solid, you'd probably take that, right? You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
I mean, I'd hate to have to cut off two heads in this short amount of time.
So you guys hole up in there for now. Go ahead and are you trying to be more like just nonchalant, or are you trying to just like be stealthy, like not be seen?
Be stealthy.
Yeah, I'm trying to be stealthy. Both show.
I'm wearing armor and weapons, so gonna have to be stealthy because just like nonchalant. They're like, why is there an armed person in there? Like,
okay, so here's the thing: you don't have to roll a check if you use the blanket.
Oh well, no.
You use the blanket, you're stealthed because it's fucking massive. And obviously, Eli is not using the blanket. That was never on the table. But for the other two of you, do you use the blanket and do you try to get the NPCs to get in the blanket as well?
Lamia has spent many weeks just trying to clean that blanket. So as far as she's concerned, even though it's been used by these giant things, it should be fine. So Lamia will use the blanket.
Okay.
I'll offer it to the other two. Yes, I understand there's a thunderstorm warning.
Are you going to get in the blanket or not, Sam?
I'm waiting to see if the other two ladies do. Because if they do, I will not. Because I don't want to be a sand.
You can all fit. It's for 20 people. The reason I'm not making you roll a check is because it's huge enough that there is no difference in its appearance being bundled in the corner versus there being like 5 people under it. So, okay, so if that's your thing, if you're like, you want to see if they're going to do it, that seems like you're going, oh, you guys want to get in that blanket? They're like, no. Why aren't you in the blanket? What the fuck?
Okay, yeah, I do get in the blanket. I flipped the coin because I was 50-50.
Yeah, okay.
Dang it, Sacagawea, you let me down.
So everyone except Eli crawls in the blanket. Yeah, Eli, in the tent, you're already in dim light. So,
Cool. There we go. That's my stealth roll.
So he throws a bunch of snow on himself.
Give yourself a luck die.
Sure, why not? There we go. 26.
I imagine Eli's like, he's like putting snow on himself. He like sees you guys crawling under the blanket, like gags. He's like smearing feces on his clothes. Just literally anything but the blanket, just like mud.
Dead
like,
fish. gutting fish on himself. No.
Anyway, so that's a total 26. Very good check. The rest of you are in the blanket, so.
I could cast animate object on one thing in this campaign. Just blanket.
The rest of y'all are in blanket. And Eli
Listen,
is
that
as
thing
far
could
from the
be-
blanket as he could be.
Yeah, that thing could be the magic carpet, like level of power from Aladdin, and I'm not getting on it. It doesn't matter. You can't make me.
So, Red, who actually has the scent ability, gets under there, and it's just immediately, as you guys close yourselves into the blanket, she says, This blanket smells like everything. Every scent is in this blanket. Mostly
Don't
sex. People had a lot of sex in this blanket.
Oh
What
man,
the fuck is this?
I'm not even drinking. Let me sit
Damn it! I thought I did a really good job cleaning this.
Oh, some
found
things
this
just
in a-
don't come out, dear. It takes
they come
miracles to wash away sins, not soap and water.
It's not a sin to have sex.
It's
Well,
the way
that's
they
not
did
what
it.
I think it's the way they were.
He literally says, "Oh, sweet summer child, some ways are."
This blanket. Look, I've never had an aversion to it because you take what you get, but this has definitely been more ripe than I remember it being.
Well, this
I've
is
slept
our
in
lot.
haystacks, like willingly.
But yeah, so you guys
Like
are
short
not gonna make you make any checks or anything like that. None of you have open wounds, or none of you are actively licking the blanket. I don't think so.
I will
No.
save.
God.
So anyway, you guys are hidden. I'm gonna find another way to bring this fucking blanket back up, like well outside of the context of this place.
I mean, good luck.
It's gonna show.
I don't need luck. I'm God. Great. Anyway, so eventually the crashing noises soften, and you just mostly hear loud thudding, like snow crunching, dragging, just large movement across thick banks of snow nearby, seeming like it went all the way from like the north end to the west side of this village and are now actually entering.
I realize
Likely-
the flaw in hiding in the blanket now because these are the giants, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ice giants,
Probably.
the ones that could be my giant waifu that I cannot see because I'm stuck in a blanket.
Could be.
Damn. Okay,
Yeah,
I've already made my decision though.
Luckily
Cool,
for
peek
you,
out.
they're not. I'll spoil it for you. These are not the waifu one.
Okay.
Um,
Hey,
here are the giants. I'll show you their different arts.
Nice.
the New York Giants.
Those, and then there's this guy.
Oh! Hello!
Yeah, it's cool.
This dude, even though I've got him placed like that, hold on, he's actually on top of this
Elk.
Giant elk.
Giant elk.
big elk, yeah.
Elk.
Which,
Princess
again,
Mononoke
if you've never
sized
seen a-
elk.
so I've never seen an
Elk.
Aw, look at it. Except it doesn't quite look exactly like that. This one's antlers have a lot more like dangerous looking spikes and things on them. And there's like bony plates and such like alongside the spine and like parts of so like the pectoral type area and like down on like near its hooves.
It's a monster hunter elk.
Yeah, there's like spines and like these like bony plates and things you're not used to seeing. Its skull looks like a little bit thicker, more pronounced. It doesn't have fangs or anything like that. It just looks tougher, a bit hardier. And it doesn't respond to its environment like you would imagine prey animals to do. It doesn't respond like a horse does, where it's like very wary and like when it's at rest, it's very at rest, and when it's alert, it's very alert. It's not jumpy. It seems very calm, and it seems to be willing to sort of like meet the presence of other creatures. Like it doesn't shy away from them or try to keep them in its peripheral or anything like that. But yeah, this thing is huge. This elk thing. It is huge sized, basically the size of a small barn. And then the dude on top of it is about 15 feet tall. The two that are in front, just kind of walking. They look like that art kind of showed them. Where, very pale, kind of hairy looking, with like big thick beards. They sort of look like they're covered in snowdrifts. They look a little doughy, but doughy in that like strongman kind, where it's like they're not cut, but like they just look powerful.
Yeah, they got the strength and the fat.
Correct. I keep pressing the damn button. And they are carrying these like large ice over clubs.
They just look like super iced over Brian Shaw's. Got it.
Right.
Same height and everything.
But these like big iced over clubs, which look like they're just huge ass icicles at first, but as they get closer, and if you were like peeking out and whatnot, are able to see, they actually appear to be like worked, like wood of some kind with like studs and spikes drilled into them, or not drilled necessarily, but like embedded into them that stick out, and then the whole thing is iced over. So it's an actual manufactured weapon that is also covered in frost and ice. And then the taller one on top of the elk is in metal armor, which you have not seen on anyone here. Look very much like that image. It's got these big horns and such that come out of the helmet. An actual axe at his side that he's got in his left hand. At the moment, the shield's just on his back. They all come up, and you hear this just booming voice go across the area. It doesn't sound like the cadence of it isn't, oh, this person is shouting. They're just projecting a bit. You can see that guy is speaking in Sylvan, probably. And one of these guys walks forward, the other stays over here. Ved all seem to kind of back off a little bit. You see the wise man walk up and is like kind of talking to him a little. But this one...
Oh, I was going to say, well, I mean, I will whisper to Dave and be like, hey, can you understand anything they're saying?
Yeah. He said, we have arrived for tribute. Outsiders have entered the land. Have they paid the cost?
Hmm.
You hear the wise man walk over and is also responding. We'll say Dave is translating, so I'll just tell you what they're saying.
Perfect.
The wise man walks up and says, yes, there are outsiders. They've paid us in tribute. Something worthy of protection. They have done their due diligence. The larger giant, you hear like a scoff, and he says, I do not mean the hag slayers. I mean those who build tents, stakes into the ground, defenses who mean to stay. And the other guy is, no, we have not received it from them. They are of a party, those who acted on our behalf, and the settlers, as we will call them. They will leave. They have a mission to accomplish here, and then I have their word they will flee afterwards. There's like a brief pause. He says, I accept, however, they cannot stay simply by your word. There is still tribute demanded. If you have promised them protection, the tribute must come from yours. Select a few, send them, and we will move on. And you just hear the wise man say, very well. And Dave is translating all this. You can kind of see his face screw up a little as he's translating it. And he just says, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah, neither did we. Thanks, Dave.
This one seems to be looking around. Walks over here to the fire. It seems to be just kind of watching this like meat that's sizzling on a hot rock over there. And he speaks up and says, "Hey, I smell outsiders. Are they here? They've stopped by. Want to see them. Come out!" The wise man interjects and says, they're passing through. No further business. I won't be needed. He seems to kind of look around in that area. See, I don't think he can even roll high enough. Well, I mean, technically he could, depending. You have to roll pretty high, though.
Blanket power, go! God! Oh! Eli, you have been
Then that's
spotted!
20. I mean,
Now he's been spotted.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm still higher.
He got a 26 because he rolled luck.
Yeah.
So he kind of leans down a little bit and like to the side, like to see around the fire. Eli, from where you're hidden away in like the corner of that tent over there, you can just barely see that he looks kind of right where you are. And for a bit there, you're like, okay, I don't think he sees me. I think he's just looking where I am. But then you kind of see the eyes focus on you. Mm-hmm. And he says, "Your guests are manlings, little crunchy ones. These killed the hag. They did. They did very well. How many? You! Crunchy one!"
Mad thing,
He-
crunchy one.
He beckons you with a finger.
Eli, you have so many names.
Now, to be fair, Eli, you hear him barking at you, and but you're only being able to understand him by barely hearing Dave's translation under the blanket.
Yes.
And then there's like a moment where he says, "He's trying to get you to go to him." Run!
I'll whisper back, be like, "I'm trying not to do that."
He says, "Run!" But you don't know if that's a good idea. Just to be fair, you're pretty sure he's looking dead at you. So
When he gestures with the finger, that's when I'll exit the tent. I'm not gonna go very far. I'm just gonna exit the tent.
okay. He walks up pretty close, not like right up to you, but close enough to like tower over you, like this kind of intimidating thing of like, "Oh great, he could squish me. Yep, great." And he kind of leans way down and says, "Where are the rest of you?"
Now, at this point, is Dave still translating it loud enough for Eli to hear, or did
No,
Eli...
not for
There's no
Eli
way,
to hear.
I'm way out
Okay,
of here.
so Eli did not get any of that.
No
Got
sprechen
it.
Sie Deutsch. Oh wait, hold on. Say it again. No sprechen Sie Deutsch. There we go. Anyways,
The wise man will come over and translate for you.
I appreciate you.
Lamia, I'm gonna go out and give him backup. You
You're
watch
gonna
over
go out
Dave.
and what with you?
I'm gonna try and help Eli. Can you make sure Dave is okay? These two.
The wise man said not to go unless you were talked to.
Yeah, we weren't spotted. Unless Eli calls for us, let's not go.
The rest of us.
David's
Where
shaking
are the
up.
rest of us, right?
Yeah. How many?
There's three of us, counting myself.
Only 3. Give me a bluff.
Well, I'm only referring to our actual people who
I mean,
killed them. But
It's a believable lie, but it is omission. Obviously, you're like the 21. That's solid. Are you gonna luck that?
monster, we have a lot, right? Yeah. There we go. 25.
Nice.
Damn, nice.
Damn. Okay. Well,
Come on.
Let me guess, he
what
didn't
is-
really need to do
Two,
that.
two.
Oh my god, don't do that!
It heavily depends on what I roll.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised
I
he
have
has
to-
a chance. Because
think he
I
has
don't have a
one.
chance. Unless I roll a natural 20.
Oh boy. Okay, I have. Okay, I need to roll. I need a 19 or better. Okay.
Oh man. he
I
has
need a 19
better
or better
sense
to
of-
have a chance.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Yeah.
he has a better sense motive than me. I'm upset now.
Nope. Yeah, I can't. At a 19, I could have potentially hit it with danger dice, but I don't have any. It's not high enough. Okay. So yeah, you're like, yeah, just 3 of us. He says only 3, and then the larger one that's on the stag says 3 is acceptable. Return. He seems to be watching you for a moment, Eli, and he just kind of gives like the head motion of like you can go back to where you were.
Cool. I head nod. Aldwin waves. I go back inside.
Oh no.
Yep, here we go.
You're
have to
right.
make that
You're
check.
right.
That's
It is
why
a
I
drawback.
have to Make that check with my
It
drawback.
is a drawback. Okay. It's
Yeah.
a wisdom check, right?
Yeah, I believe it is a wisdom check. I will double check
Okay.
my drawback text,
It-
but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
It's really only him that this matters for, so he's got a bit of a distance penalty. 'Cause he has to also see it, so I'm gonna count that against him.
Yep, DC 15 wisdom check.
That's not easy. It's just an ability score.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, because of the distance, this will be flat. I am gonna danger dice if he gets close, though.
Yeah.
Not close enough.
Sweet.
Instead of
Like I said-
two
like I
twos,
said,
it's
it's
two
flat.
tens.
Like I said, it's flat, so his actual wisdom doesn't apply to that. So, even if I roll a 4, it misses. So yeah, he doesn't seem to notice all of it. It's like he looks away right before the difference in your actions happens. Is when he like stops paying attention.
Lucky.
That could have got real interesting.
Yep.
But
I was
anyway.
gonna say too, I'm standing by the fire. It's casting a super long shadow, so it's like off to the side. It's not like when
Yeah.
it's very stark when the shadow is just like a person size right next to me.
I took that into account too. That's because otherwise
Yeah.
he would have had a bigger penalty.
Yeah.
But you're lucky this time. So yeah, they go over. The wise man points at these 3 people.
Oh man.
And-
Go back inside. Hide as far away from them as possible.
The frost giant says, "Good workers," and the wise man replies with, "Yes, good workers." He says, "We'll see." Yep, they all get picked up and put onto. A couple of them get put onto the big elk thing, and then one of them just like carries the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just like grabs him, like kind of holds him up under his arm, and just walks off with him. All right, so you've met the other giants now. Camp's a little bit more empty.
Yeah, just a little.
There are other people that are in the tents, but yeah. Anyway, so that happens. They leave, and eventually the wise man says, "You're free to come out now."
Sure. I'll
Yep.
exit the tent again.
Lamia will also exit the tent, and she'll, like, kind of sadly whisper thank you.
I put Dave. Oh, there he is.
Yep.
Wow. So yeah, you guys come back out, and he says, "You handled that well. It's good. You should probably leave soon. You are still welcome to stay the night if you like. They are highly unlikely to visit more than once a day."
Well, we are going to be coming back here, right?
What? Yeah,
Is
what
that-
time of day is it?
Still morning. You're
Yeah,
maybe 9 a.m., 10
I think
a.m.,
we're
10 a.m.
fine to move on at that point because we just started. It's fine. The hour we just kind of picked up early on our journey. We need to just make some distance today. We might be back tonight, depending on how our trip goes, though. So we might stay the night then because we do got to go, back to the one camp, drop everybody off, and then come back this direction. Tell them to pack up and leave, go home, whatever, all that good stuff.
Understood. Well, in that case, we will see you again soon. Oh, another warning. As you travel north to your destination, it is likely others of my tribe will seek to follow you. There are some places that they covet to enter, and they will not hesitate to take
Hello!
advantage.
Thanks for the raid! Vox and
Hey,
Quill.
thanks Vox and Quill for the raid. Hello all 9 of you. Welcome. We're actually pretty close to wrapping, but you're welcome to stay the last 5 minutes. We're just doing some RP. They're in a really cold place, and they just selflessly sacrificed the lives of 3 other peoples to save their own. So, all is well.
Yeah, I don't
Heroes
feel
are
like shit at all,
heroes.
thanks.
So,
That's your decision.
You can't be a hero if you're dead. Anyways.
Sure you can.
And
No. That is completely untrue, sir.
No, you can be a
I-
martyr if you're dead. You can't be a hero. That's
You can still be a hero.
I'm dead. Anyways, let's keep going.
You don't get to
Unless
enjoy
I
being
need
a
it.
hero.
I'm not doing nothing.
Fair enough.
Other people get to enjoy you being a hero. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so,
So yeah, he says, they will not hesitate to take advantage of your presence if you provide a way forward for them. Their hunt does not simply end here. Just simply a fair warning to beware of this mark. He's noting the face paintings he has. They will all not be so friendly as I have.
Right.
we've learned that, at least.
My role is a passive one in some ways. It is not my place to kill and hunt and rebuke, but to teach and to watch. Decay is an active force in nature, but our role in it is as observers, and eventually subjects. But there are other custodians of different roles, of rebuke, of...
Aaron the Emperor. No.
What?
Custodians.
Well, the custodian isn't like just janitors. That's a
Yeah,
whole
I
different
know.
thing. There are those of rebuke, those of retribution, those of the hunt, and those strictly of the kill. They will all seek your blood and will make use of your flesh should you fall. Expect no quarter.
Good to know. Thanks for the info. Let's try to go really high on the not dying part of things. So that's where we're going to be at with that.
I do like the thought of my body being all used up, at least. But we're not going to let it come to that.
I'll make sure to do that if you die. We'll go full Watchmen. Yeah, y'all read that, right? No.
Well, in that case, let your will be as insurmountable as Kalagral, and your triumph as bright as Mr. Gaia. He turns and heads over to one of the one who's fishing. And then you don't know what he's saying after that.
All right.
All right, so we head out, don't we?
Yeah, somebody.
Head back to camp.
That's a very different show.
Alright, back up, y'all, to the big map. Big map.
Big man.
Oh my god, where is everything? Wow, here it is.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
You
Nah,
explore
damn it.
that area.
That cadence is really hard to get.
You come all the way over here to the settler camp. Holy shit. You made it. Excuse me. Back.
Man, that only took like 4 days.
Yeah.
Which actually is pretty good.
Yeah, these slip ones really help.
I forget which map is that one. I think it's this. Yeah, Trailblazer Camp.
Good job.
We there. Hooray.
Oh, I'd have to put new tokens on it now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All new tokens. Many new tokens.
As
Many
long as you don't have to
many much
remove some tokens.
Trollhawk is here.
My baby! I throw him the snail I picked off earlier.
Snaps it up. Wait, why would I remove tokens? Who
I
died?
said as long as you don't remove tokens. That's what I said.
As long as I don't
yeah.
lose anybody.
There we go. That should be accurate.
All right.
I'm kidding. They're all here. They're all here. They're all here.
Good.
They're all here.
Good.
You guys did good enough. Tokens. We're at Giant Camp. I'm gonna copy and paste.
Good old copy paste.
Copy pasta. Copy. And Snow Camp. And pasta. Alright.
That sounds like a dumb superpower to have copy pasta where you can literally just like, yes, I've made a delicious bowl of spaghetti. And you just make another one. You can only do it once. Like they start degrading each time you do it though. Like you start off with like really high quality noodles and homemade sauce and it ends up at like, ramen noodle with ketchup.
Love it.
And
I mean, not ramen noodles with ketchup. That sounds awful, but the concept.
And then Dave. Okay. That's it.
But-
Is that everybody?
Yeah, I'm here.
That's everybody, right?
yeah.
We're missing anybody?
Oh, no, they're right.
No, you're not missing anybody.
Okay.
All
All right, sick. So you make it back to the settler camp, the Trailblazer camp, and as soon as you guys are getting back, you can see, as you're approaching, as you can start to make out faces and stuff, you can tell people are starting to recognize who you are. You see a bunch of hands waving, "Holy shit, it's you guys!" And you can kind of hear some people just be like, "Hey, hey!" They're kind of happy to see you and whatnot. Yeah, as you guys finally enter, a bunch of people are clapping you on the shoulders, patting you on the back, like, "Hey, welcome back! You made it back! How'd it go?" And all this other stuff, kind of getting you guys over to the fire, "Hey, you brought some new people! Oh my goodness!" Anyway, so you're just kind of getting all sorts of greetings, and they're trying to make sure the people who especially like Dave, who is just wearing
Blankets. Yes, blankets tied with string
Yeah.
around body
Mhm,
parts.
mhm.
Yeah.
exactly like he's obviously freezing cold and like kind of shell shocked, making sure he gets back over to the fire. And you guys just get this very warm greeting. People are bringing you like warm mugs of cider and whatnot. And you guys are like, when the fuck did we get cider? And like, well, we didn't break it out till recently. And so,
Would have been nice to know earlier.
but it's nice now. So you guys get a little bit of something warm to drink, a little bit of alcohol in the system. Not enough that it's like, oh god, I have to work today. It's like, oh, this is kind of nice, you get a chance to sit down by the fire, even though you know you're gonna keep moving today. You take the break where you can get it.
Yep.
And as you guys are sitting down, kind of maybe relaxing for a moment and like kind of settling in for a second, starting to fill people in, which we'll get to next session, but starting to fill people in on what's going on, what they need to do further, yada yada yada. You do notice there is an owl with peculiar, familiar markings perched in a tree nearby.
Oh, of course there is. Who's gonna shoot the owl this time?
Do you actually shoo it away, or do you just like,
no, just kidding.
bro, like?
Because I don't know if it's because obviously we need to look up the other guys, but it might be the one nice ones. I'm not sure, so I'm not just gonna like throw magic missiles at it. That seems really rude.
Just a little.
Okay, you do see that, and then we will wrap there and continue next time. You guys taking probably your final like safe rest in a sense,
Yeah.
before heading up to the cradle.
Hooray!
Yay!
So there's that end of the session. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody from. Oh, I forgot. I can do a shout out thing. How do I do that? What was it?
For Vox and Quill, thanks for
Quill.
the raid.
Yeah.
If you
Was
like,
it-
we have a Discord that I've pinned. You can come hang out and chat with us, talk about everything.
Is that how I do it? Oh my god, I'm
so.
so bad. I'm so bad at this.
You can join that. We also have YouTube where all of the sessions go up the week after, so Monday after our stream we do the replays, so you can catch up on all the old stuff if you want. And we also have some other videos, some character introductions, and some other fun stuff on there as well. It's worth a watch. There's also a Patreon.
There you go.
/unnatural_1s. Currently it's only $1 to get access to everything, so you should do that.
No.
It's cool.
Yeah. We're on the exit screen now, y'all.
Exit screen.
Yep.
Well,
We're
now
on
is
the
my
exit
time to
screen.
talk about Gundam Battle Operations.
Oh my god.
Play Mobile Suit Gundam game available on
Crazy.
PlayStation.
That's wild. Thanks, Panda. Holy shit. That's amazing. Who should we raid, guys?
Blue is playing Elden Ring.
Blue is playing Elden Ring. But I think we raided Blue last time.
Did we? I thought we
For
raided
sure.
Interpoint Station last time.
Oh, we did. You're right. We didn't raid Blue. Where is Blue? Blue, where are you at? Why are you not in the list? There you are. Yeah, let's raid Blue. I can check out some Elden Ring like we were talking about earlier.
Mhm.
And enjoy some good stream content. She's doing a VTuber thing right now.
I think that's where it's at.
Which one day I'll look into, but not really.
Yes, thank you everybody. This was very fun. We look forward to seeing you next week, next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel on Into the Storm.
Into the soul.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.